Master Dutchy Beats.
Hey, see that white thing behind you?
Yeah.
What's that? The IKEA one?
What, this?
The drawers, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I got them as well.
Yeah. Probably.
What is it? Is it two?
Yeah.
Pull one drawer out.
Is this half?
Yeah. I got that.
Is
Yeah.
half?
Yeah.
So this half is crap and this half is equipment.
Don't spill anything on that thing though, man.
What happened? What did you do to yours?
It's crap, man. No, I just spilt some drink on the top of it. But you see on the front of it where the front panel is, yeah?
Yeah.
It's obviously like cheaply made and then the liquid seeped under and you can see all the MDF board underneath now. Yeah. So it's IKEA, man. Man.
I think in the future I want to get like the real. So I got a wardrobe, that I think my mum, it's my mum, Corinne got from her mum.
Yeah.
And it's like some proper old school, you know what I mean? Proper wood.
Yeah.
Business. I want to get like the rest of the cupboards like that, like proper old school, proper built. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because all this MDF and chipboard, it's no good, man. It just fucks up quick.
That's why I voted Brexit, innit? Like, so we don't have to have any more of that. Oh wait, shit, are we recording? No, of course not.
You voted Brexit to get rid of IKEA, yeah?
To get rid of IKEA. Imagine that. I would never do that. They got the best food, man.
They got them hot dogs, innit?
Yeah, they got hot dogs, meatballs, biscuits. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, the meatballs thing. I still haven't had that. Like people been telling me about that, but I've never had them.
They're classics, the meatballs. I even had a meatball before I went veggie. Like obviously I had a lot of meatballs before I went veggie, but they do the vegetarian meatballs in there now as well.
Oh,
but I found that me personally, I found the whole concept of meatballs weird.
But you're okay with meat burgers? It's the same shit.
But a burger is it the same? Like you know those ones, when you go in the thing and you see that thing saying Mr. Brains,
Yeah.
You know them, Mr. Brains. I was like, why the fuck would you want to eat that? I don't want me when I see that Mr. Brains, right, the meatballs, I just think it's got brains in it. I don't really want to eat it.
Maybe they used to, like Coca-Cola used to have Coke in it. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I reckon they've all got brains in anyway, like burgers, sausage.
That's true.
It's all got brains in.
Yeah.
But then we all fucked because that's what it give everyone CJD, innit?
We've been over this already. We've been through
the CJD thing for sure.
Really? When?
Yeah, if you check one of our older episodes, I think it was called Beef and something else. Yeah, man, we went over this. We spoke about how we all got mad cow.
Mate, I think you got CJD. Forgetting about that. It was only about like 2 weeks ago.
Who's that?
You.
Me? You thought I got CJD? Why?
Yeah.
Because you're forgetting podcasts that we just done.
Oh shit.
And I must have it because I forget everything. So
yeah.
But yeah, man. Welcome to a Christmas episode edition. Our first Christmas of the How You Doing Mate podcast. How you doing, mates? How's your Christmas is gone? This is the first lockdown Christmas. And you know what's really funny, right? So this whole time I just been like, lockdown Christmas, I don't care, whatever, boom, boom, boom. Then I realized something, it kind of hit me a little hard, yeah? This is the first Christmas in 39 years that I haven't like spent it with my family. Mad thing.
Yeah, same here, man. It was on Zoom call, wasn't it? That was it.
Yeah.
See, I'm kind of used to not seeing anybody any family or close friends on Christmas because I used to tour. I always used to be away in Canada or Australia.
China, the China story, your Christmas China story is one of my favorite.
That can be saved for sure.
What happened? I want to hear it now.
No, that's definitely not for this podcast. I'll talk about a lot of stuff on podcasts, but there's a few stories that stay inside. Yeah, so I don't know. Like it was a bit of a strange one, but it wasn't that strange. Like it was strange because I couldn't go out, but ultimately I was only going to see my sister anyway. To be honest, so I don't know. It was odd, as you know. I'm an orphan, so I haven't got any grandparents left or anything. So I was probably only going to see my sister, not to be all like fucking get the smallest violin out in the world, but it felt odd just because I couldn't go out and see my mates. I couldn't. I know you're both going to laugh at it, but I couldn't go to the Carhartt shop for the sales. I couldn't there's loads of shit that I couldn't do.
Were the sales still on?
No, well, they usually start on Boxing Day, don't they?
Okay.
Did they start on online sales started on Christmas Day this time?
Yeah, no, Carhartt still haven't started their sale. I don't know what's going on. Like, my whole world has been shook.
They're waiting for you, mate.
Yeah, I'm ready. I've got cash burning a hole in my fucking bank account. I want to spend it.
Their first quarter, they're like their first quarter sales, first quarter profits, and it's dipping right now, man. Then he keeps them afloat.
So has your sister got family, or is she on her own as well?
No, she's single as well. So yeah, she just came down to me on like kind of Christmas Day morning and left in the evening.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of liked it though, to be honest. Like one of my best ever Christmas days was sitting in a hotel room in Canada, in like this little snowy like town, like like skiing town in Canada, just sitting there watching whatever I wanted on the TV, like eating snacks all day, ordering foods. Like I ordered like a Chinese food. It was fucking great.
Yeah, what'd you do, AC?
Zoom calls, that was it. Just Zoom calls and then eating like Christmas dinner or whatever, and then I smoked a cigar, drank a load of Baileys, and some amaretto. Yeah, that's about it, man. Some brandy. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah. I ain't smoked the cigars for years.
Amaretto's the cheap one or Disaronno? Which are they the same thing?
No, Disaronno's the cheap one.
Disaronno's the cheap one.
Now, amaretto's like a nice liqueur.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, I just went. I got it from flipping Iceland. It was a bottle of amaretto for £6. So I was like, yeah, go on, man.
I was outside Iceland drinking it on the bed.
But no, yeah, because I got this cigar from flipping Belgium. I got a load of cigars from Cuba when I was out there, but then this one out from Belgium was vanilla flavored. I hadn't smoked a cigar since like 2009 or something. So I said, let me try a cigar in it. But it was quite relaxing. But then, yeah. Then it starts tasting nasty. Towards the end, it starts tasting nasty.
Yeah.
Man. Like, fuck this.
I feel like cigars are for rich people, and a rich person's never going to smoke it to the end. They're just going to go halfway through and then throw it.
Yeah, I couldn't get to the end. It was like a quarter left, and I was like, no, it tastes disgusting now, innit? And I just stub it out.
Nah, man, just tell your butler, innit? Jeeves, come here, please. Take this cigar away. You get me a new one.
No, you Cuban cigar roller. Just get like straight coming in and rolling you a new cigar straight on their thigh.
That's what like in Cuba they do that, man. All the old ladies, they're rolling them and selling them on the street.
Oh, wait, what? Answer sent me one when my daughter was born. Answer, he gave me a cigar from Cuba.
Yeah.
But he said it was rolled on Virgin's thighs. But I didn't know it was.
Well, then maybe it was an old Virgin. Maybe maybe that's their tradition. Maybe those ladies just roll cigars. They don't have sex. That's they are old virgin.
What he means by virgin is someone that you'll find in a Games Workshop, like a 45-year-old, like who's obsessed with Minecraft.
That makes sense. That's about the size of it.
Well, Minecraft's a computer game, Terry, man.
Whatever it is, I have no idea.
Yeah, I one of my relatives ran me.
What do you?
I just know things, innit? One of my relatives there just ran me. She was like, I got my daughter Minecraft, and we don't know what the hell to do with it. And I was like, I don't know. Is it some kind of building game or something? She goes, yeah. But then what do you do? I go, just build shit, innit?
My boy Mike Lee, he's a Minecraft modder, innit? She should have holidayed him.
Is it?
Yeah, man. He used to get millions.
So how you calling me a nerd when you know a Minecraft modder?
Because I know the people that do it. You get me? I don't just do it myself. You're in there like, you know what I mean?
I've never done it in my life.
Liar, man, liar. You've been on them Minecraft corners, them Minecraft streets.
What are they?
You're a Minecraft thug. Now this Christmas was all right, yeah, because originally we were gonna have it at home anyway, so we were planning to already be moved out, and this would have been our first Christmas, just us jamming. So we pretty much just did that anyway, but only stuck in this little small flat. The cool thing was at the end of the night, didn't have to go home because we was already home. So yeah, that was it really, man. It was all right. It was cool. We had the little Zoom call on Boxing Day with like the whole family. Because to be fair, normally what would normally happen is Christmas Day is either at my mum's or Corin's mum's. Then Boxing Day is the big family one. So it'll be at either maybe my mum's again or someone else's who's got a big house that everyone would be around there. So we just did that, but did it on a Zoom call, which went as well as a Zoom call can go. But yeah, man, it was chill. It went to
Yeah, I quite enjoyed mine. Like I thought it was wicked.
yeah.
Like watched a bit. I watched that. Have you seen Soul on the Disney Channel?
Yeah, man.
No.
So
Yeah.
good, man. It's
Was
such
it a cartoon?
good- Yeah,
Animation or
yeah. Animation.
Oh,
I have to check that out.
It doesn't do it justice calling it a cartoon, though.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. I watched Die Hard.
Here is a cartoon. So,
What
so yeah,
Christmas
I watched almost every Christmas film that's been, because we've been watching Christmas films since November. So
Yeah,
like
yeah.
pretty much the beginning of, as soon as Halloween finished, we started watching Christmas films pretty much every other night. But yeah, I think out of all the new Christmas stuff that came out, I think Soul, that's the best thing that I saw this Christmas.
Yeah, it's one of the best films I've seen this year for sure.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hey, check that out. What's it about?
It's,
No
it's
spoilers.
basically, yeah, no spoilers. It's typical Disney. It's pretty heart wrenching, to be honest. But it's about a jazz musician who's working as a teacher, and he gets offered like a full-time job at his teaching post. But all he really wants to do is play jazz, and he gets offered an opportunity to like play in a really famous jazz singer's band.
Yeah.
And just when that happens, he dies. And it's about what happens to his soul afterwards.
Bruh. Sounds like Rishi Sunak wrote it.
Where's the thing?
It's,
You're always looking for those buttons now, Terry, innit?
No,
Like Rishi Sunak wrote it, man, because he's like, you know, that's the
no.
moral of the
Do
story.
you know what? Fucking these things. I just got a new Mac, right? And I just bought like one of those USB 3 converters.
yeah.
Buy the expensive ones, man. I bought a £12 one and it shit itself already.
Fuck.
So rubbish, man. So rubbish. I've lost my sampler now.
Damn, son.
Shit.
Damn,
Yeah.
son. Do you know, you remember like back in the day, like Christmas movie time, not cinema, but I mean like Christmas TV with specials used to be like, they used to be the one.
Yeah.
There wasn't really any like real big TV specials. The biggest one that I watched was you ever watch King Gary?
No.
Listen, man.
I saw you post about that. That actually looks really good. The bloke in it, I heard him on, I think it was the Chat and Shit podcast. He's
Yep.
hilarious, man.
He is fucking hilarious. They're doing something together actually, man. They got a little
Oh,
something.
is it?
Yeah. But yeah, I watched
What was that, King Gary? What's that? What channel was that on?
BBC. It was on iPlayer. I think it was on BBC
okay.
One or whatever.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah, that
ain't
was
got
that
a
was
TV
cool.
license, man.
Yeah.
So I don't watch TV.
You don't need a TV license, bro. You can be a rebel, man. Just do it. They like say to you, yeah, do you have a TV license? So you can just click, yeah, I got
Yeah.
one. They'll never know, bro. They'll never
Yeah, they'll never know.
If you say yeah, oh right, or what? The iPlayer thing.
Yeah, but if you say,
Oh,
I
okay.
got one, they'll be like, all right.
You have to get one.
They'll be like, fuck off there, man. Then they kick off the site.
I remember when I was a kid though, it was the Snowman, innit? Do you remember the Snowman?
Yeah, that was hard.
That's
See,
the
hey, listen, if you like the Snowman, you got to watch the King Gary Christmas special. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's all
all
I'm
right,
saying.
wicked.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll check that out.
I was saying to my sister the other day, like, TV used to be an actual like proper event. Like,
Yeah.
there used to be like a film on like Saturday, like Alien or Predator or something like that would be on a Saturday night. And then everybody at school would be in school on Monday talking about it. And
Yeah.
like you'd have like parties to go around people's houses and watch certain things on TV. No one does that anymore.
Nah,
Like, because TV's pointless.
it's on demand.
Do you know
man.
what it is? Is our technology is just taking us to the next level, right? I was reading about this new age shit, yeah, and we're gonna go into this new age now. Did you see about that? All the planets were aligning and shit.
Yeah, I got superpowers.
Yeah. So we're going into
I'm
this
black.
new age.
Mm.
New age, right? So then it's like technology. I was researching all this shit, like from the Vedas, yeah, the Kali Yuga, other yugas. There's all we call it yugas, ages, isn't it? I don't know. You heard of all that shit?
No.
Nah, but I got
Okay,
superpowers,
well,
so that matter.
You better learn about it. But I'll send you. I'll send you
superpowers, I don't need
it.
it.
I'll send you it. Yeah. But yeah. So we're going into this new age, right?
Age
so
of Aquarius.
yeah, but it's also called some other name.
Wait,
I think traitor Yuga in the
Okay.
Vedas thing. So then or whatever. So we're going into that now.
You've
Yeah.
so lost me.
everything. Well, at the moment, no, Terry, you know you
I'm with you, I'm
realise
with you,
this
I'm with
one,
you, I'm
yeah?
still with
Like,
you.
see-
Right.
See, like the last age we've been in,
what's
yeah,
the ground age?
that was
built-
when is when humans were getting all technological and they become obsessed with materialism.
Yeah.
They stop being spiritual, and individualism has taken over, and da 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 da. And this is what these people wrote like 5,000 years ago. They knew this shit was coming, innit? So we've gone through that. Now we're going into the next age, which should be the age of enlightenment. So because our technology's overtaken it, so that we're not like now, like technology's becoming more meaningless and shit because we've just gone so far. Then we can become spiritually enlightened now. But that's only been enabled by the other age when we went through all the technological shit.
Well, they say that the technology that we have, and it's always kind of been this way, that our technology has been able to like kind of our understanding and comprehension of the technology and the implications of that, like our thinking and our like kind of mental state has been able to keep up with it until very, very recently. Now we've got so much technology that our brains aren't developed enough to actually like kind of comprehend most of the implications of the technology that we have at this moment. Like the scientists who invent it and stuff like that but the general public just can't actually like keep up with the exponential growth of the technology. So something needs to happen, otherwise everybody's fucking heads are going to explode.
Yeah, because what they're saying like, at the moment, in this age, innit? Like, because it's all about money, it's all about materialism, it's all about getting power. So most people, even if they're in the arts, that's what they're all about, is just getting money, power, and being for self-interest. Yeah,
And respect.
Yeah. So that self-interest has got what's it called? Enlightened self-interest has caused technology to be created, which has been beneficial for the whole, for everyone collectively, yeah. But then now it's got to get to that next stage where, because like obviously the people who we got in power are all pretty much like people are going in there for self-interest. It's like malignant self-interest and stuff like that.
Right.
Like all these politicians. Whereas like in the next age, it's got to change so that people are in there who actually want to do it for the good of everyone. So that's
do you feel that's actually going to happen though? Because I feel like we've been kind of moving in that direction for a little while. Obviously, there's a transitional period between the age we were in and the age we're moving into now, where we actually, the transition time is done. We're actually moving.
Well, they say the transition time's 300 years. So I don't know.
Fuck's sake.
I'd have to look
it's
and
Brexit
see.
on January the 1st, so better fucking hurry up.
I don't think I'm going to make the 300 years, man.
I don't know. I don't know how far we're in the 300 years or not.
Okay.
I don't know which point of the 300 years we're in. So hopefully we're at the end of it.
Well, I guess if it's like for 300 years from now, I'm not really going to worry about it then.
Nah,
yeah.
Not really my concern.
Nah, I was going to do my thing. I let my great grandkids deal with that shit. You know what I mean? Nah,
yeah, but it'll be better for them.
Great. Yeah, of course, exactly.
It'll be better for them anyway.
It's all good, man. Yeah. I'll be dead. I don't give a fuck, man. I'm trying to get off this fucking planet.
Mm.
All right, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, hopefully it'll come now, innit? Hopefully it'll come now, and then we'll have more enlightened people out there and everything.
Yeah,
but it'll
be cool. I hope. Yeah. Hopefully. Speaking of enlightened people, did you watch the live between Nova and Terra last night?
No, I didn't even know that was on.
I didn't know that was a thing.
When was that?
That was last night, man.
Oh shit! Where's this on Facebook still?
It's on YouTube, man. It's on YouTube.
Oh, I need to watch this.
If you go to Flip TV and just type in, it's on Flip TV. It's on like the main page. If you type in Terra, I think it's Terra versus Nova or Nova versus Terra episode 1. So I think they're going to be doing this regularly, man. Yeah. So
what happened?
It was exactly what you'd expect it to be.
Right.
It was Nova getting on Terra's case about the things he's been saying.
Yeah.
It was Terra saying, I don't really care. I say what the fuck I want. It was Terra calling Nova evil for wearing a face mask. And then Nova wore a face mask for the whole video. It was jokes, man. It was actually jokes.
Oh shit.
It was Nova. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, man. I want you to watch it, but man, it was it was kind of what you would expect.
That's really nice.
But it kind of got me thinking, yeah, like within this Christmas lockdown. So Christmas is a hard time anyway. On a normal day, Christmas is hard for people to deal with. You get a lot of depression and that kind of stuff. But it seems to be heightened now with Christmas lockdown, tier 4 business. I also want to get your lot's thoughts on that. Like, how have you tried to help people? And do you think it's definitely harder than it has been any other year?
For people who are on their own, definitely it has. I've seen
yeah.
lot of
Sorry,
people
AC, go on.
I've seen a lot of people posting on Facebook about how they're feeling. But yeah, so I think it is, definitely is, yeah.
Yeah, I think that I think this year has shown a lot of other people how it is for certain people around this time of the year. I think that it's like kind of amplified how a lot of people feel around Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
That's the mad thing. I don't think isolation and loneliness and depression and stuff like that are like kind of mutually exclusive to a lockdown. I think there's a lot of people that feel that way anyway. But I think because of this lockdown, because people aren't able to see their families, a lot of other people are having that experience as well at the moment. Yeah, I mean, trying to help people. I checked in on all my like kind of single friends. I've been donating to. I mean, there's a lot of different factors around this lockdown. I think the amount of people that have lost their jobs and the financial insecurity and stuff like that, it is just as dangerous. So what I've been trying to do is donate. I went in Tesco's the other day and spent some money on some canned goods to give to the food banks. And I'm doing an event on New Year's Eve for Live for Love, which is for the UK food banks, like doing a 12-hour DJ stream with 22 DJs all playing like half an hour each. Like, I've been trying to donate to UK food banks for that, but when it comes to my friends, I've just been trying to make myself available for them.
Yeah,
because I mean,
yeah. What? Sorry.
No. Go ahead.
What I've realized is seeing what all these people are writing. You know, they got financial insecurity. I was like, shit, man, that's been my life for the last fucking 10 years. My life is fucked.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like me seeing it. My life is a reflection in the mirror, and I've been like, wow, actually, my life has actually been completely fucked for the last 10 years. But I just didn't notice. I've just been in survival mode, innit? So that's. You know, when you're in a permanent state of fight or flight mode, I think that's what I've been in for like 10 years or whatever. But other people, they haven't been in that. So then like, this has hit them hard. Whereas for me, it's just like a normal day. But then I'm like, okay, so that means my life is fucked. So
I've seen people say that though, man. I've seen people say, because I remember when the pandemic first hit and I was listening to another podcast and one of the hosts was like, oh, so now people know what it feels like to be us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They know what it feels like to really be in a situation where you don't know where your next meal's coming from, where you don't know what the future holds.
Yeah.
And it's true. And it's that whole thing of you've been in a situation for so long, it's become normal to you. And now when people are like, oh, I don't know where they don't know where the next meal's coming from, sometimes it's hard to have empathy. I'm somebody who all the time is told that I have no empathy. I have AC calling me a fatcher and Tory all the time. And I think that's a part of it. Yeah, part of it is that whole thing of, man, I've been living this shit. Like, you lot just got it. You get me? Like, it's hard for me to feel sorry for people in a situation that I've been in for a long time. And that's not the beginning, the end of my problems. They go further deeper than that. But
so I think that what you can do is look at that and then realize that you're fucked and you need to go get some therapy, innit?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also
I'm
how it feels
I've had therapy. I'm only
yeah, the therapist retired after he talked to Jen. So I'm done here. This is the completely unsolvable problem. You can have empathy. I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But like, if you know how fucking horrible it feels when you've gone through that, then maybe ask yourself, is that other person going through that? And then try and identify with them a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, man.
See,
One
that's
of the
what
things-
I'm going to press that.
Like
every
what
time
I
say
put,
something
like
profound.
you know when people are saying all this shit on Facebook, yeah, and then I'll just put a comment like, you know, I've been there before. Inbox me anytime you want, and then I inbox them as well, innit? Say, look, man,
Yeah.
if you need to
Do you know
talk,
what?
boom,
Like,
boom.
part of my problem is, yeah, I'm too fucking cynical. And
Yeah.
there's certain things that I see, and I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sake, shut the fuck up, man. And it takes a lot. But and another thing as well, this is the reason. This whole thing about, oh, spare a thought for people, blah, blah, blah. People love sparing thoughts and prayers, yeah, but no one likes doing shit. One of the things I did this year, yeah, was I just put up a little tweet and was like, yo, you look, has everyone got everything they need? And if they didn't, I'd be like, I just send a message, what do you need? And they'd be like, oh, I got this, boom, boom. I just send them £10, 20 quid or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, because for me, I'm just like, I remember being in situations like that when just not having stuff, like not having. And some of them were strangers, some of them are people that I knew, or some of them are people that have had supported me in the past in whether it be clothing line or music or whatever. Obviously, if they're following me, they're supporters of what I do anyway. So to me, it's just like, to me, that's how you kind of move things forward, and you know what I mean? You share the wealth or share the love or whatever, or just show people, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of help. It's like, and I feel
It's
like,
like
do that.
Yeah. Like people cuss Facebook off and say it's fucked and everything, but there's one geezer I know, he put a thing saying he's feeling really depressed. He's lost all his work this year. He wants to he's lost everything and he feels like topping himself. And then all the people were just commenting on it, saying, nah, like giving supportive messages, people inbox him and that. Then the next day he was like, you know what, thank you everyone who sent me all the supportive messages and everything. You really made me realise I'm not alone and blah, 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 blah. So people cuss off like social media in that way, but then in other ways it can really help. Like in this situation that we're in now, imagine if we didn't have that and people couldn't say that they're feeling down on Facebook and then everyone hollered at them. They'd be topping themselves all over the place.
That is cool. And I've seen a lot of that. And I've seen that work in various different ways. I had a guy message me and he was like, yo, it's kind of like kind of superficial, but anyway, he messaged me and was like, I wanna get a hoodie, man, but I've got no money or whatever. I've lost my job, boom, boom, boom. But when I get it back, I'm gonna get something. So I was DM'd him, bro, send me your address, man, I'll send you some stuff. It's like, it's nothing in it. And I had one dude message me when I was doing the competitions. And that's another reason why I was doing the competitions, like finding ways just to give people who needs money. And I had a guy who, he didn't win the competition and was like, yo, I wanted to win the competition. I'm pretty much homeless at the moment. And I'd already given the money to somebody else, but I was like, man, let me just give another £50 to him anyway. And just sent him the money and he was like super, like, it meant a lot to him, but to me, it's nothing, innit? And I feel like there needs to be way more of kind of people in that have the positions to need to give. I've got this idea that I want to do for next year. You know, in America, in the hood, they do the turkey drives and that.
Yeah.
You give out toys. You know what? Was it New Jack City? I want to do something like that. Yeah.
When Nino Brown goes to the hood.
Yeah, man. So I got this idea called Toys and Turkey. So I've already got one partner as well. It's kind of cool, but it's probably going to be a local thing where you just go to, whether it be like a hospital ward or something like that, and just be like, guys, we got toys for you, toys for the kids, turkeys for the adults, or food for the adults, and just do more things like that, man. That's the time I'm on.
You're right. Yeah. It's really hard not to be cynical about certain things, but at the same time, if someone needs money, give them money. Like if it's £10, if it's £20, whatever you can afford, just give them money. Like there's a cynicism that says that certain people rinse other people like with sob stories or whatever. Like for instance, I end up, I wouldn't say fully taking care, but there's a lad down the station and he's a crackhead. Like there's no two ways about it. Like this guy is a disastrous crackhead. And every time I see him, I give him a little £2, or if I can afford it, I'll give him £20 or whatever. This guy's life, I see it play out in front of me. His life is a steady stream of getting arrested, getting beaten up, starving, like coming down off H or crack or whatever the fuck he's doing. and a little £20 to me is nothing. To just give it to him and he can spend it on whatever he wants. It doesn't like if he wants to spend it on H, then cool. If he wants to go do something else with it, then cool. If he needs to buy some food, then cool. Like, I believe that when you give someone that money, it's there, like you're giving it to them for them. Like, it's not one of those things where you're giving with a condition of you've got to make your life better with this.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck is he going to make his life better with £10? Like, it's to get him through to the next day. And I think that it's all very well and good being cynical. I'm super cynical. Like, I'm a very, very, very cynical person.
You are. You're more cynical than me.
I'm super.
In fact,
cynical.
I've become more cynical just knowing you.
Yeah,
I was so positive before. I was positive. I was reading The Secret, AC. Me and AC were reading The Secret. We were about to become billionaires. And then Taylor was like, what the fuck are you reading that shit for, you pricks?
Like, fuck you!
Sitting around in your dressing gowns and fucking and big fluffy slippers, holding hands, reading The fucking Secret, you pricks.
But you know, in Holland, yeah, don't they? Like people who are on smack or crack or whatever, yeah. Out there, they've got those places where they can go and shoot up in safety and stuff, isn't it? And as well, isn't it? Is it decriminalised there as well or not?
I'm not sure, but that's a really good idea. It's a fucking great idea. If you can provide shelter for someone, well, because you're not gonna get rid of drugs out of society ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's just never gonna happen. So take the criminal element out of it and take the danger element out of it, and everything will be a lot better. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you're going to get Dave in his van going, well, I'm not paying for crackheads to go somewhere and do their crack and whatever. But I mean, probably difference between you getting your white van broken into and getting all your tools nicked and not, in it. Like, it's I don't know.
Speaking of cynical, yes, I saw this post and it's been going around for a little while. So I'm gonna paraphrase because I can't remember. I was looking for it. I can't find the actual thing. I've seen it a few times, and it said, to all the creatives who haven't created for a while, over this time, I see you. Due to your mental health, just because you haven't created doesn't mean you're not a creative. It's okay, and all like some other shit. And I saw that, and my cynical mind got well pissed off. I'm like, you can't say that to anybody else. You can't go, all the plumbers out there.
Yeah.
You haven't plumbed for a while. I see you. The toilets are still there, but you'll get to them. And it's just like this whole thing of like, I don't even know what I'm angry about, but just
you know what it is? You know what it is, yeah?
Shut the fuck up. Like,
see what you're saying, yeah? I hear you, because in the creative world, yeah, or a lot of people who are successful creatives, yeah, a lot of them have blown a lot of their money on cocaine and shit. so now they're feeling that hurt. Instead of investing their dough, like I know guys who are successful MCs,
yeah,
and they've saved their money and they've invested it in businesses, and they're fine now. For this whole lockdown thing, they've been fine. I know other people who are successful artists, they had a big coke habit, they haven't invested any dough, they were depending on the bookings. Now the bookings have gone, they are fucked. Yeah, so their creativity has kind of like suffered. So maybe that post really helps those guys. But then as well, like me, like... Oh, why are you laughing?
Nah, I'm just...
How can I not laugh?
Do you know what though? Because it's nuts, yeah? Because to me, like, bearing in mind, yeah, I'm a creative, yeah? That's what I do. Now, if I was in a position, yeah, where I hadn't made any music, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know where my next meal was coming from because I couldn't make any music and I wasn't inspired to make music.
Yeah.
I was going for a hard time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'd have to do?
What?
Get a fucking job. Like, find some way to make money. And
but these guys aren't used to that, bruv.
Doing Uber Eats or
they're not used
fucking doing whatever I had to do.
Used to that. Like I know
so
some.
To me, I'm like, nah, man, fuck you then. Like, you don't deserve that fucking.
I hear you, but then people will say you're like Rishi Sunak. Then they went
Who
really
the fuck
angry.
is Rishi Sunak? Who's that?
The geez who said creatives maybe get another job.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing, yeah. Like, the what he was trying to say, what they were trying to say, was, yo, things are fucked up. Yeah, you have to switch it up. But the reason,
that's
reason
what
why people were angry is because it's like, nah, you're fucking up things. So you're fucking up things. That's
well,
why
I think the reason why the problem was there as well was because the government. I know certain people who got nothing, like who are creative musicians and stuff. They've been given no furlough, nothing. Whereas other industries were getting furlough and shit. And the point that they had was that the music industry brings a lot of money into England and shit. 100%. So they should be getting furlough.
100%.
But like the other side of the coin, what he's saying is, also think about getting another job in this meantime before you can go back to doing gigs. That kind of makes sense as well in a logical way. So it's like people got really angry with him. Maybe he didn't say it in the best way that he could. That's the problem with TV, because it's always like short sound bites and shit.
Yeah.
So there's
but
a
it
pressure.
wasn't just the creative industries that, like, yes, the creative industries were particularly affected, but there's plenty of self-employed people out there, like light plumbers, like people like that couldn't go and do their job, so they went and worked. They went and work for Tesco's or Amazon or whatever. Like, I was super lucky that I could carry on doing my job. I mean, I got a little bit of government support and stuff, but like, I was super lucky that I could carry on doing my job, like online teaching. But this whole thing, like if you've not been creative, or I've spent my lockdown learning 10 different languages, and like this kind of this boasting that goes along with it as well. Like, I've written 5 albums. Good for fucking you then. Like, that is
good for me. I did do 5 albums.
like for me,
But that's the thing. Like, if you're not capable of doing that, then you're not capable of doing it.
Exactly.
The situation is different.
Yeah, like for me, I haven't done that. I've been on the grind. I've worked through the whole of lockdown every single fucking day, going to all these schools and stuff. Then I was doing young offenders work at the weekend. Then now I'm working at a uni. So like when I get home, some tunes I've done, but I haven't written a whole album. But then again, I haven't done an album in about 7 years. But that's because I didn't see the point.
Exactly. You weren't doing that shit when lockdown was off anyway. Exactly. So that meant a fucking difference. So this is what I'm saying. Yeah. What Terry said, is the fact that there are people out there, plumbers, builders, people who do like real work, even the retail workers who can't work. Like, the places are shut down, and some of them have had help, some of them haven't had help, but they don't. You're not putting that entitlement on them where you're going to write a post and be like, guys, you're still.
Maybe you should write that post.
No, because my post would be this. My post would be this. Like, no one gives a fuck. Like, if you can starve to death, and the government ain't gonna give a shit. You can cry as much as you want, and you can say it's not fair because it isn't fair, but nobody gives a fuck. So you need to go and find a way to make some money any way you can.
But this is what I was saying about Spotify the other day. The reality is Spotify don't pay shit. It doesn't matter about how much you cry about it. They don't give a fuck. Spotify will never give a fuck. They'll never build a fair system. Make sure that you go out there and exploit. I mean, this is like, I fully respect the fight for better. Like, I think there should be better royalties for Spotify. But when you hear people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a musician and I should be able to," no, you're a musician and you have to go and you can't do live shows at the moment, but you have to find ways to monetize absolutely every single thing you do, because at no point in history would Spotify or any kind of sales, whatever it is, only supplement you getting a minimum wage. And this is what annoys me about these things. Like, you have to be able to look after yourself. Stop sitting there fucking.
Well, that's why Terry's right in that sense. Yeah, like, people say I'm a musician, I should be. No, music, only like 1% of musicians ever get anything out of it. So if you're in that 1%, you're lucky. If you're not, then that's just how it's always been. Music is fucked.
So let me hit it from another angle. So let me hit it from another angle. So if the reason why it's slightly different, you're correct in the entitlement of I should be able to have this. No, that don't exist. That's cool. But the reason why there's an argument to be made that musicians should be getting more money from the streaming companies,
100% they should as well,
is because the money that the streaming companies are making. So if the streaming companies weren't making that money, and the money wasn't there, then it would just be down. This is it. The brick is the brick. This is the price. This is the cost. This is what it does. You can't get blood out of a stone. That's what it is. But the fact that they are actually making a lot more money and giving you like the little crumbs. Yeah, that's the bit where if you look at the parliamentary argument is, yo, the money's there, bro. Like, we just want a bit more of the money that you're making from us. So the situation is, all the hoes are going, yo, the pimps are making a lot of money. We just want some of what the pimps have got. That's it.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
For real.
yeah.
Yeah. But when like when certain people are saying I'm a musician, I should be able to then that kind of like all these other jobs that have been fucked, yeah. Instead of giving furlough out, they could have done, what do they call it? Universal income or whatever. Where they just give everyone a wage just to be alive. So
fucking communist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's where the argument comes.
Communist utopia, my friend.
Yeah, that's what you want. You lefties all the same. You lefties just want handouts.
That's where the argument comes in for that.
Fucking see what I do.
So I mean, would that? I mean, like, have they researched it? Would it actually work, or would the country go bankrupt, or what?
Okay, the country where we are at the moment, is not going to go bankrupt. The way you got to look at it is, they're just businesses, and everyone holds everyone else up. If the UK goes down, everyone else goes down with them. Same with America. So it's in no one's interest to let these entities and these companies go down. So in a way, whenever there is heat to take, the people will always take the heat. The people at the bottom will always take the heat. So recessions, crashes, whatever it's going to be, the people at the bottom are going to take the heat. The people at the top will always be fine, because the way that they're always going to, I don't know, the way they're always going to justify it is by saying, yo, well, you know, we make the money, we're the ones who make the shit go round. So you at the bottom, you ain't really doing much. But what the pandemic has proven is that it's the people at the bottom that make these countries go round, because if they're not there for you to fucking buy your toilet roll, you go nuts.
But then what I'm saying, like with the universal income or whatever.
I'm telling you, the money's there.
Yeah.
And if the money's up there, the money can be made, because again.
Well, my argument was always like, if you're giving people universal basic income, they're going to go and buy shit that they need, VATs on all of that stuff. So the government's going to make percentages of it back, and it's just going to feed into the economy anyway. So surely it would be all right. But I don't know. Is that wrong or what? I
don't think you're wrong. And I just think our economic system is highly flawed and skewed to one side. So that is why we say the rich get richer, the poor get poorer, because that's just the way it's set up. But at the same time, they exist as a safety net. Because if we actually really looked, like I said, our countries are companies, but if we actually looked at our country as a company, we'd be like, wait a minute, we're not profitable. This is not going to work. And then we would just stop doing what we're doing. But we don't. We just carry on because of the way the system works. It can always fix itself, because all the bank's got to do is go, all right, cool, we'll print some more money for you lot. You just owe us later.
But if they print more money, then you get hyperinflation, don't you? Like the Germany in 20, whatever the fuck.
It will happen, and then it will fix itself. But
that's what's happening to America, isn't it?
The people at the bottom will be fucked.
What, they're getting hyperinflation now, where like a loaf of bread is $1,000 or something?
They're just printing off they're just creating shitloads of new money, aren't they? And they're all the experts are saying they're on the verge of hyperinflation.
Oh fuck! Well, then if that happens, we all fuck.
Quantitative easing, yeah, kind of, but then again, kind of not, because we always look. When you say we're all fucked, we look at it like we're all fucked, like us in England, the Western countries, England, America. Well, we're not the whole world, man. There's there's like loads of other economies out there that if we get fucked, they'll be fine. And again, that's the way you have to think of it this way. The Bank of England isn't money that's stored in England. The Bank of England is global, the same as the IMF. Like these are global economy. These are global businesses that it doesn't matter who's doing what. They're going to be fine regardless. It's only us that's going to be fucked, which is why when I say about being recession proof and understanding that, England can go down. Like, they might not want it to go down, but it can go down. And you need to be in a position where you're like, do you know what? I can be out of it. That's why I said the other day, I need to just stick to learning my Japanese, man, because I've been slacking on that recently. And I need to be in a position where if I have to leave out the country, I got options. I got places I can go, and when I get there, there's jobs for me and money that I can make.
Well, the world is at the point at the moment where, like, America, England, like certain nations in Europe and stuff like that, the rest of the world will survive if we go down. Like, it's not, it's like, we're not the major, like, kind of entities that we used to be at all.
Yeah, but but Terry, like in 2007 or 8, when they had the financial crash in America, that fucked everyone.
Yeah, but that was 2000. That was like whatever it is, like 12 years ago now. The world is a completely different place now.
Oh, it wouldn't be the same if America got
not
fucked
at all.
up.
No, not in the slightest. It wouldn't even touch certain nations in Africa and stuff like that, whose economies are booming.
Yeah,
and even so, at the time, I don't think it even affects. I don't think the crash in 2008 had an effect. If you actually look at the charts, it didn't have an effect in countries like India, China, or Japan in the way it did with us.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got an ISA, right? If you look at pre-2007 or whatever it was, where the investments were made, those investments were made in America and Europe and England and places like that. If you look at if you were to get an ISA post 2007, 2008, none of those investments are actually in their sustainable, ethical investments in India, Africa, China, places like that.
Oh,
that are slightly more bulletproof to shit like the fucking the stock market crashes.
Okay.
So the question is, right? When England sinks, where are you not going to move to?
Ireland.
An island.
Yeah, I'll get my Irish passport.
But what island go with it? Ireland's too close.
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. No, okay. Ireland would be all right. It's still part of Europe.
Sick. Okay.
No, I don't know. I really want to go. I would love to go to I'd kind of love to go to New Zealand.
I'd love to go to New Zealand.
I thought Ireland was already fucked, like with their economy, or are they all right?
They'll be less fucked than England.
They'll be less fucked than England, yeah.
So what, you think England's going to go fuck now? After Brexit?
It's looking that way. It's looking that way.
So what's this Brexit deal that my man's talking about, Boris?
I've not even looked at it yet.
Me neither.
No.
Because I was reading something that the EU was saying that you can only drive tariff-free in Europe if your car's got European car parts in it or something. And they were trying to pull out all of these things to like
fucking hell, is that part of it, is it?
My car's German, I'm good.
No, but that's what the EU were trying to pull out to punish England and that, innit? Like for leaving or whatever. But I don't know. I think they managed to negotiate that away. So but then I heard people were saying that the deal that Boris has done is like worse than what we would have if we were still in it.
Of course,
of course,
yeah, 100%.
So I don't know, like, what is there any positives of it or anything, or what?
I don't know. I mean, the main positive for me would be if we were still able to go and work in Europe.
Yeah.
That would be the main positive. I've not even looked at it yet, so I shouldn't even comment on it, to be honest.
I feel like, bearing in mind, this is from a totally uninformed opinion. So I'll put that caveat there at the moment. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I feel like the Brexit deal could be good for England in the future if you had a leader who wasn't a fucking buffoon.
Yeah. I think, you know what? Yeah, what they got to do now is he's got to start trading with like what what's the geezer with the fish face? Farage, yeah? What he was saying, start trading more with India and Africa and all of these territories. If Britain does that, then we might be okay.
That's what Farage is saying, trading India and Africa.
Yeah, that's what he was saying from
Muppet. What
from
a fucking Muppet. The one who don't like Indians and Africans.
Yeah.
But that's what he's been saying. That's what he's been saying from day, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
Saying.
He's been saying we need to be trading with India, Africa, America.
But when he's thinking trading, is he thinking trading how they did back in the day, like trading?
I don't know.
Yeah, trading people is what he's talking about.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
These guys are lost, man. This is why, do you know what? A lot of times, I don't really take a lot of stock in what racist people say, because when it comes down to it, because we live in a global world, you can kind of think what you want to think about people, but you can only go so far if you're trying to progress in the world by excluding people. It just doesn't work too well.
No, it
like we
doesn't.
live in a world where you actually really do need other people to get things going, you know what I mean? Because you might have the chicken, but my man's got the seasoning. So unless you want to sit with your dry chicken and no seasoning, that's the only way it's going to work if you're going to have the attitude. And I feel like that's what a lot of them have, that whole cut off the nose to spite their face. I don't want, you know what I mean? They don't want to deal with nobody else. They just want to deal with what they have, not realizing they have fuck all.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. They just don't, like, people like Farage, I don't think he's like in any way credible in anything that he has to say anyway, because I think mostly his entire agenda is just power grabs, like just being an important person. Like, I don't think he actually believes in half the stuff he says. He just appeals to that person that doesn't want Polish people living in their village. That's who he appeals to, with complete lies as well. Like, they're still talking about it on the news at the moment, like talking about England's or the UK sovereignty and stuff like that. The UK has been a sovereign nation for literally 1,000 years. Like, I don't understand where this idea of sovereignty comes from. It's the most overused, like, kind of trope, that because they're going, oh yeah, we're a sovereign nation again from January the 1st and stuff like that. We've always been a fucking sovereign nation.
So what were they saying was not sovereign before then?
So what would happen was a lot of our laws got pulled in with Europe because we didn't have a lot of stuff, like, so things like public health, animal welfare, a lot of the trading kind of stuff, trading laws, all pulled in with the EU because we were part of the EU. But we just, like, as a country, we decided which ones were pulled, rather than like kind of being forced to adhere to like EU laws. Like, any given leader would choose what laws we would pull in with the EU. Like, one of them was human rights stuff.
Because that's been in the Brexit thing as well. We've had to give a guarantee to the EU that we'll do the same human rights laws as them.
Yeah, because we didn't have a remit for human rights. How fucking mad is that? Like, workers' rights, human rights, stuff like that. Like, so this idea of sovereignty is complete bullshit. Like, it's we are now, we always have been, even since 1973 or whenever it was we joined the EU, we've always been a sovereign nation. The last change to our sovereignty, I actually looked it up. The last change to our sovereignty, like our like kind of template of sovereignty, is when we gave Hong Kong back to China in like 1997. That was and the time before that is when Ireland broke off from being part of the UK and left like the kind of whatever it is, the top 6 counties. Like, they're the last two, and that was in like the fucking 20s. Like,
how was that a break in sovereignty though? Because sovereignty doesn't mean that just
changes to sovereignty. So like so Hong Kong would have been part of UK sovereignty. It would have been part of the sovereign nation, and then Ireland would have, like, Southern Ireland would have been part of the UK sovereignty as well. So we haven't changed our status on sovereignty. We are a sovereign nation, and we always have been a fucking sovereign nation. Fucking mad, isn't it?
AC, where you going? What country are you going to, man?
Me, I don't know.
Stay
Fuck
in there.
knows. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't fit in anywhere. I don't give a fuck.
Come Japan with me, man. Sell CDs out there.
Boy, I don't know, man. Yeah, okay.
You
got
never went to Japan with me, did you?
Nah, man.
No, you came to Taiwan, but never Japan. I think you literally just missed the Japanese, like, kind of raves.
Yeah, I wouldn't even appreciate it as much as I would now anyway. So I deserve to miss out.
Fucking mental, man. I fucking love that country.
What's it? I've never been there. What's it like? I heard it's mad, like, advanced technologically and stuff. Or is that?
Yeah. I mean,
they still use fax machines, and they hardly use smartphones, so not that advanced. But
so Tokyo definitely is like the home of that. Like, you go to Osaka, and it's not really like that at all. Or Nagoya and places like that. Like, it is mad. Like, it's kind of like the future, but what someone in the 80s would have thought the future would be.
That's a perfect way. Like, we can talk through TVs, but the TVs are really big.
I can't remember the name of the place on a Sunday afternoon. Like,
We have mobile
there's-
phone watches, but they look like this.
I swear to God, like when last time I was there, is quite a long time ago. Everybody was getting like the small mobile phones, and I went over there, and everybody had these fucking humongous mobile phones, like they were like that. I was laughing at Mr. Matamora because his phone was so big, like so ignorant.
So why do they like the big phones then? What's that all
I
about?
don't know if they do now, mate. That was 15 years ago, pretty much.
Oh,
they still
okay,
they
cool,
still
cool,
mess
cool.
with the flip phones though. They still got the flip phones still.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, they do a lot of they still use cash. Like, still use a lot of cash in places.
Yeah.
But then again, America, they still use checks.
The
So-
American banking system is so antiquated, man.
They, they still swipe cards and shit. That's nuts.
but it takes like 2 or 3 days to do bank transfers, to do wireless bank transfers. You know when you do a bank transfer, you go, right, done it, and it literally instantly shows up in
Yeah.
like either your own account or someone else's account or whatever.
Yeah,
It still
yeah.
takes them like 2-3 days because they still have to do all the paperwork for it. How
Oh.
fucking mad is that?
So why do they do that then? Why don't they do it like our way?
Because they got a shit banking system.
Oh, okay.
You have to
Because
remember.
sometimes when I get given checks here, some people give me checks. It takes like 7 days to
Who's giving you checks?
just like, you know, like I got my auntie gave me a check for 25 quid or whatever for Christmas and that, and it
Auntie,
takes like
fuck off. I'm not taking a fucking check, yeah? Get rid of times. Monzo, Cash App, or
what's
PayPal me.
Monzo?
Like, I'm not doing a check. If someone gives me a check, it's going in the bin. Like,
Where did your auntie
Bruv.
live? 1985?
Liverpool.
oh shit, no, I'll tell you about Liverpool. All right, cool.
Oh, yeah,
Is
fair
it
enough.
Liverpool?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
1985, yeah.
I had a
So-
check from HMRC, which sat on the fridge
Yeah.
for at least 3 months,
That's the
maybe
only
longer.
It's the only place
Bro,
where
I
you
pay
get
them in
checks from.
straight away. If I get checks, I just pay them in straight away, man. They just go in straight away.
I wouldn't even know how to pay in a check anymore.
What
Alright, so this is what
you just
go
go to the
post office.
bank.
Now you can do it at the post office.
Oh, for real?
Wait, hold up. I might be lying. No, I think I'm lying.
I'll be going to Tesco's going, take these.
Now, what you want to do, Terry, yeah, you go to the bank, yeah? You go to the bank. Some of them have got deposit points where you can put the check in
Yeah.
and it does it automatically, but they never work. They never read. The robots ain't really there yet.
Yeah, they do. They
can't
work,
let
bro.
you
They
go.
work. They work.
It did
can't
work
read-
for me every time.
Because they couldn't read your auntie's handwriting.
Maybe I don't know, but but don't diss my auntie, man. But every time like I go in there, yeah, like it never reads any check that I put in it. So then I just have to go to the person on the desk and give it to them, and then they put it in your account.
I think I got a publishing check. I think I got, like, the last time I got a check was for a publishing deal, maybe like 10 years ago. That
Yeah.
was the last time I got a check.
Mad.
I can't. Oh, there's a HMRC like rebates and stuff like that. You get checks.
Yeah, I
with,
get them.
But like,
Either of you with PPL as well, or was PRS?
yeah,
Nah, PPL
PPL
as well.
performers, man.
Are you not with PPL, Jen?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
I'm
you
with
are. Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I'm with everything, man. Wherever the money's coming from, I'm getting it. But PPL don't really pay me that much.
No,
They're
PPL
like
pretty
more
shit.
for live performances, isn't it?
It's just-
Yeah, but I never really like put my live performances through. And that's something I need to start doing once we get back to doing live
Trust me,
performances.
do it, man, because it's a nice payment at the end of the
I
Did you,
year.
know,
get your
man.
payment, did you get your payment the other day? I think they did one at
Yeah.
the end of November, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah,
I gave
man.
it away.
Yeah, mine was fucking shit, to be honest.
It's enough. But do you know what though? It's actually really good, yeah. Because so I remember I showed Corinne, I was like, yeah, this is my PRS money. And she was like, it's funny because like a few years ago, you'd have been really happy with that.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, that's true, man. Like it would have been something. But
yeah.
it's just, it does feel like PRS should be going up with my career. And it's not, at the moment, it's not. The only time my PRS was really good was when the the Brotherhood movie first came out.
Mm.
And it went in, and it was in cinemas.
Mm,
That was
mm,
my best PRS check ever. Even more than like my publishing deal PRS stuff. Like that's pretty good, but this was like next level, man.
Like when you get a tune on the
Number
A
one.
list on a radio,
Yeah.
or even like a B list or whatever, or C list on Radio 1, then that PRS is nice.
Yeah.
If you're not on a playlist, it's just it's not all that.
Well, any kind of radio, like I did the Essential mix like years ago, and just stuck all my own tunes in there, and then the next PRS check was fucking wicked. Really nice. Really nice.
Still, that's what I'm saying, man. It's all, but like with the like doing the live gigs, you've got to do that on the PRS and do that on the thing, because I didn't know about that. I could have been doing that for ages, yeah. And then when I did start doing it, I got a fat like amount, and I was like, "What the fuck? I'm such a dickhead. I should have been doing this from years ago, innit?"
That's the thing, though. Like, even with we bang on about this all the time about PRS and telling artists. And literally, if I put up a tweet now and go, "Artists, get your PRS," there will be some artists that will come up and be like, "I ain't never signed with PRS," and it'll be an artist who's been making music for like 20 years, and I'm like, "Bro, you've been missing out on all this money." I mean, one time someone was like, "Oh, what's PRS, man? It sounds like some government shit. I ain't getting involved."
Yeah. Or they'll go, "No, I ain't paying up." I think it's free to sign up nowadays, but back in the day, it
used to
like,
be a oneer, innit?
Yeah, it's a oneer, yeah. And they're like, "I'm not paying £100 for that." And I'm like, "Are you fucking mad?"
Yeah.
The amount of money you get off the back of that is. Yeah. Anyway, we talked about all this before. What do you all get for Christmas?
Right. So, do you know what I got for Christmas? I got my first pair of Air Max 90s.
Let me see.
I haven't got them. They're in the box outside.
Go get them.
Go get them.
I'll go get what I'll show you what I got. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm going to show you what I got as well. Let's take a break for a minute. Go get your Air Max.
We're having a break, and we'll come back in a minute with our presents. Okay, we're back. We got our presents. So let me show you these bad boys. For those of you who are only listening to the audio part, I'll try and describe what they're like. So remember on Pulp Fiction, where they open up the box, and the light comes through. That's what you're about to see. I'm about to open the box right now. The light is just shining to my face. Is crazy. I'm gonna try to put these up to the camera so you get.
Oh shit!
You got the prison whites.
Come on, man.
You got the prison whites, man.
That's how we do. That's how we do, man.
Yeah, nice.
What Marciano say? My shoe ain't got a spot on the bottom or the top. You know what I mean?
Nice. Look at them. Yeah, they're pretty banging.
They're cold, man.
Are you gonna wear them? Just house shoes or what?
Nah, man, I wear them out in
wear them out,
in the streets, man.
Jeez. Are you gonna get some of that crepe protector?
Yeah, gotta get crepe on them.
No, none. They get none of that shit. When they get a date, I'll just throw them away.
Oh shit.
Go on, AC. I'm busting to see what you got.
So this is what I got. Lynx Africa.
Is it a
Marmite
one?
flavor? Yeah. Lynx Africa mixed with Marmite.
What the hell is that?
Don't put it on your toast, AC.
Wait, so you
don't put it on your toast.
It's a shower gel.
Wait. So you smell of Marmite?
I don't know, bro. This is what I'm saying. I was like, what the fuck? So hold on. Like...
Is that from Liverpool?
Not from Liverpool.
Did you buy that with your check?
No. I'm gonna try. I'll try to smell it. No, I'll try to smell it. Hold on.
Oh my days.
I can't smell Marmite. I can smell Lynx Africa, but I can't smell any Marmite.
I don't get how those things go together. One's a food and one's a soap. Like, it makes no sense to me.
So it's
one's
Lynx
a food
Africa,
and one's
Marmite.
a continent. Hold on. Yeah, Lynx Africa mixed with Marmite. Look.
One's a food and one's a continent.
There you go.
Nah, man, that's a crazy.
Hold on.
All right, he sprayed it. What does it smell like?
I can't smell any Marmite.
Marmite and Africa are not two things I put together either.
They're not, man. Nah.
I mean, Isle of Wight and Marmite, but there isn't one called Lynx Africa. Lynx Isle of Wight, is there?
Maybe there should be.
Yeah, there should be.
I can smell a bit of Marmite actually in the film. I can smell. It's mainly Lynx Africa though, but there's a bit of Marmite in there.
That's a stupid, man. That's okay.
All right, check this out. Right, I've been lusting after this for a while. So it's a Carhartt pillow. Right? Look. It's got the camo on the back. Check the little Carhartt voided. Right. Check this out. This is why I wanted it. So pillow.
Yeah. I'm watching. So right, he's got the pillow. He's opened the pillow, and inside the pillow is
sleeping bag.
Oh, sleeping bag.
Oh wait, so that was the okay. Yeah. Corey showed me something you were wearing the other day. That was it. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's sleeping bag, blanket. I can't turn it into a poncho now, otherwise I'm going to take out my microphone. But you turn it into a poncho. Get at me, dog. Like that. So basically, it buttons up around there as well, and you turn it into a poncho. It's fucking sick.
I swear to God, Carhartt are literally just
Carhartt, man.
They're just doing stuff for you right now.
They are. I'm about to buy their I really wanted to go in a sale. So London Umbrella, it's like 120 quid, but that's why I wanted to go in a sale. This unbelievable, same camo as this as well. The London, it's like a gentleman's umbrella, and it's like a walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you open it out, and it's camo on the top and emergency, like kind of orange on the bottom.
That's
so sick.
Tevy, what are you gonna do when Carhartt and This Is My Hustle link up for the
I'm going to be the model, mate.
For the collab.
What are you going to call it, though? This is my Carhartt.
No. Just straight. It'd just be Carhartt X. This is my hustle.
I'd call it This Is a Blank Check. Fill it out with whatever you want and give me everything you got.
You know the X thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know everyone's doing the X thing now, innit?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why? Why don't they put and?
The X thing.
Nah, the X is that.
Why don't they put and? What's the X?
Because the X means and.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it
Well,
doesn't.
so
It
like
means times.
for like collaborations.
Yeah, it means
Yeah,
multiply.
it means and.
Since when?
Since
forever.
it
Maybe
became
like-
cool.
Huh?
Yeah, maybe it was different. Maybe they tried to do the ampersand and they couldn't get it on certain fonts, and they thought, well, there's an X on everything, so X, you can always do an X.
Oh,
So maybe it's like, do you want to hear some history, right? So
yeah.
you know when you see ye old in or
Yeah,
ye whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
So ye actually is just the. It was never pronounced ye.
Yeah.
So what happens is that the sound, they never had it in German, and that's where they would make the typewriters. So they would make because they never had that, they never had a the, so they would put a ye instead, and that would be the sound. So that would let you know that means the.
Oh.
So now in the future, we've gone, oh, it's ye, and it's like, no, it was never ye. It was always just the.
See, Kanye West, when he comes to England, he'd be going mad then, innit? He'd be like, why they put my name everywhere, man? They owe me money, man. You know, we go. I was watching the other one, you know, the South Park episode about him. You seen that one?
Fish sticks.
Oh, the fish stick.
The fish sticks, yeah, that's surprising, man. That's fucking crazy. And then there's the other one about the Hobbit. You seen that one? When he's saying Kim's not
but
a
I watched
Hobbit.
The Hobbit the other day, and that is possibly the most tedious fucking film I've ever seen in my entire life.
I lasted 10 minutes and now I just turned it off.
Mate, when they all start singing, I've never watched it. I love Lord of the Rings, but I think I went to see The Hobbit with some girl, I can't remember, and I fell asleep and then woke up like 10 minutes from the end. But I tried to watch it the other day, and when they start singing in the first 10 minutes, I'm like,
that's when I turned it off.
Yeah, this is done.
That's when I turned it off, man. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it's free films, isn't it? For some small little book. It's a small book. It's not like the other ones. It's small.
So tedious, so pointless. Like,
they have to pad the runtime. They're like, oh, how come
fucking hell.
Let's just put some songs in it.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your top film of the year? This is our last one of the year, isn't it? What's your top film of the year?
I watched I don't know not top film. Actually, I think I know what my top film is, man. My top film of the year is a film called Rocks. It's on Netflix. It's about this girl who has to look after her brother because her mum goes missing. And it's like just basically her story or her life, trying to sort out school, trying to feed her little brother, trying to get away from child services. And it's based in London. It's a proper London film, but it's like the acting in it is just so sick, man. It's one of them films, that you're never watching it and going, oh, this is a film. You're always in it. In fact, the acting's so good at some parts, you're like, wait, is this a film? Like, how is this kid acting? There's a little kid in it, the one who plays her little brother. And the acting is so good. The direction, the way the director's got them to play the role and to do the scenes is nuts. So I think that might be, if it's not the film of the year for me, it's the film that's definitely stuck out the most to me.
What films have come out this year? I can't even remember the last time I went to cinema.
Like I've been watching Netflix all year.
Like TV series, I can go for TV series, but films, I can't really think of any films, man.
What's TV series?
I like The Boys.
Yeah, The Boys.
Fucking what was the other one?
Mandalorian
was cool.
Yeah.
What else?
Watchmen.
Watchmen, yeah, Watchmen was hard.
Yeah.
Was that this year or last year?
I saw it this year. I don't know if it's that last
Oh,
year.
see.
I think it might have been a little
Okay.
bit last year as well,
Yeah?
though, mightn't it?
I see.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Watchmen was sick. There's another one that was quite good on fucking, I think it's Netflix or Amazon. It was called Another Life. That was quite good.
What was
Don't
that
see
one? Another Life.
It's like this alien probe, yeah, comes to Earth, and then they send up a spaceship full of people to go and come and go to the planet where the probe came from. But it's just mad shit happens to them on the way. It's all dramas going on and like.
What's
all
it called?
kinds of
Another
shit.
Life.
Another Life. Yeah, it's got the woman who
check
played
that out.
Starbuck, the woman who plays Bo-Katan in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
She's in it. She's the
Okay.
main person, but it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
Sick.
And then I can't remember what else.
Do you know? I
The
didn't
film
like.
I thought that I enjoyed was that 40-year-old version. The 40-year-old version. I was telling you about it the other time about this woman who's like 40 and she decides to become a rapper. That was really good.
Is
Check
that
that one
English
out.
or is it American?
American.
Is it?
Yeah. It's got
Sounds
all
like-
these rappers in little cameo parts. Like Young M.A.'s in it, Styles P's in it.
Yeah,
quite a
I have
few
to watch
people.
that.
Yeah, it's good,
Kind
man.
of stealing my idea there for a little bit, but whatever.
Why was that
Yeah,
what you wanted to do?
It's kind of stepping on my little old rapper
Yeah.
sitcom a little bit with the rap with real rappers cameos, kind of biting my sauce.
But were you gonna do it as a series or a film?
It's a series.
Oh, so you're cool then, man. They did it
Yeah.
as a film. Yeah, it's a film. Yeah, you're all right.
You
Yeah,
know
I
what?
reckon
didn't like-
Mandalorian and The Boys are the two top things of the year.
You know what Mandalorian kind of reminds me of? Remember that?
Star Wars,
Star Wars.
Nah. I'm talking about like TV
Star
series.
Trek.
No. You know that TV series that was called Banshee, innit? You seen that one, Banshee?
Yeah,
Well, it's
Banshee's
just-
cold.
The action's
nothing
just
like-
mad. No, but I'm saying about Mandalorian's action kind of reminds me
Yeah.
of Banshee's action. Not the
See.
actual storyline, but just the way the action is, innit?
What's Banshee?
Banshee's about this geezer who's like a thief. He's just come out of jail, and he wants to find his girlfriend his ex, who he thought she was gonna stay like with the dough, and he's gonna meet her after going jail, innit? Because he took the rap,
Yeah.
and she just disappeared. And then he goes to this town, and she's there now, and she's had a kid, and he thinks it's his kid, but she's married to another dude. And
Amish
then,
gangster.
so say that again.
The Amish gangster.
No, she's married to the lawyer who's trying to get the Amish gangster in jail, innit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the
Same.
town is like, then what happens is, the sheriff of the town, a new sheriff's come to the town, yeah, and it's literally his first day. He comes into this pub where my man's at, and these gangsters coming from the Amish gangsters to shake the place down to get money, and the sheriff tries to stop them. He gets killed. This guy kills the gangsters, and then he's like, I'm gonna take on the sheriff's personality and be the sheriff, so I can stay
There's
here.
no point in me watching it now. Like you.
Nah,
No, that's all in the first episode, bro.
No, he just told you. He actually got you out to the bit where it starts getting good. So yeah, he actually.
Yeah.
told
Oh,
you.
cool.
That was in
Alright,
that.
sorry.
That's literally in the first episode. So you're fine.
I was gonna
man.
tell him.
That's
I was gonna
not
tell him
spoiler.
sharp. I was getting bored anyway. But you know, what I didn't like. You know, what I didn't like.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
everyone's hyping up The Undoing. You watched that with
No.
No.
Hugh Grant. And everyone's like, "Oh
No,
my
no.
god, Hugh Grant is the best actor in the world." I thought it was shit. I thought he was shit. I thought the whole thing was shit.
What's
Like-
that on?
Sky, I think.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Undoing. No, yeah, I ain't seen it,
they're
man.
the bollocks,
I ain't
man.
seen it.
I don't know,
Like, some
Hugh Grant
just-
doesn't
nah,
make
it's
me want
bollocks.
to watch something. To be honest, like that's not inspiring to me.
He is not a good actor, man. I don't give a fuck.
No,
what
he's
anyone
not.
says.
He's not at all. I mean,
Well, he was good in 4 Weddings and a Funeral, but I ain't
Maybe,
seen
but he's probably
anything
just
else
being
he
himself.
yeah, he's
probably,
just being,
yeah.
Well, all those films, he's just being himself. He's just being like awkward,
Yeah,
posh
yeah,
bloke, innit?
Yeah.
Like I thought he was actually pretty good in Cloud Atlas. Like he plays.
yeah,
like
you were
4 or
telling me
5
about-
different roles in
I ain't
Cloud
seen that.
Atlas. Yeah.
Oh
it's
shit!
decent.
What about the other series I like was Carnival Row? You seen that one?
I need
I
to
didn't
watch
really
that.
get
you know?
through that.
I need to watch
didn't
that.
really get through it. Like
It looked
I-
like
I-
it's my kind of thing, though.
Yeah,
I
it's
watched, like,
good.
3 episodes.
Yeah, no, I tell you, it gets better. It gets
Yeah.
better, man. Yeah, it was
Alright.
good, man. It was good. The good thing about Carnival Row, yeah, was like people complained about this, saying it was too woke, yeah. But I was like, nah, they nailed it because
Alright, cool, I'm watching it then.
yeah, because what it was, yeah, it was like how like Britain was in the late stages of the British Empire,
Yeah.
and it really, for me, it nailed it. Like other people, if they haven't read history, then they'll be like, oh, it's woke and everything. But if you've read the history from that time, you'll see the parallels that they're talking about, and you won't have a problem with it.
I fucking
Anyone-
can't stand that. Can't woke. It like too woke. I hate it because it just means that
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about your hardships.
Anybody who uses the phrase, "Oh, this woke stuff," is a fucking cunt,
Yeah.
and they can suck my balls.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Come and see me in the flesh, and we'll see what's woke.
I
Like,
don't want to change my ways. That's
No.
too woke.
yeah, it's like you're just a cunt, man. An absolute
yeah.
cunt.
But most of those people haven't actually read about the stuff that the thing is talking about to then to be understand what it's saying, and it's not actually woke, or it's just real. But then woke, that's all that woke. Like people say to me,
No.
"Oh, what's woke shit? What does it mean?" I say it just means you're awake to the bullshit. That's what
Yeah.
it means.
But
So
they
I
don't
see
even mean
what's
that,
the problem.
bruv. The other day, I saw someone put an advert. It was a new Burberry advert with Marcus Rashford, and they're like, "Oh, look, we're too woke. You've just lost your audience trying to be woke." It's like every time you see a black person in an advert, it's like, "Oh, they're trying to be woke. Oh, I'm never buying for them." We don't give a fuck what you buy again, you fucking tramp. Shut the fuck up.
No one cares what you buy in. Like, who gives a fuck? But it's the new PC, innit? It's like, oh yeah, it's trying to be PC. Like, woke is the new PC for these people. And they don't actually understand anything that it's like. They use it as some kind of insult when it's actually not whatsoever.
That takes me on to the fucking that Cartoon Network thing about people's pronouns, isn't it? And all these people were complaining about that. The Cartoon Network could just say,
we're not gonna mention.
You can say it, but don't mention the name.
He who can't be named there was like was saying it. Oh, this is da-da-da-da. And I was like, why do you care? They're not hurting you. Like, basically, it was just a cartoon of some kid who's like, hi, my name's da-da-da-da, and my pronouns are they and them. And this other girl or whatever goes, yeah, my pronouns are they and them as well. And then there's a girl in the middle. She goes, I only thought there was he and she. And then they explain it to her, and she goes, oh, okay, that's cool. My pronouns are her. And they're like, okay, cool. And then the kid goes, it feels nice to be seen and accepted by people. And then at the end, it just says, it's like another panel of the cartoon strip, and it just says, use people's pronouns to be respectful, and it's nice. That's it. That's all it was.
Listen.
And then my man's like, oh, these pronoun weirdos are coming for your kids. So I was like, well, how are they hurting you? Why do you care in it? And he was like, you and me need to have a talk.
The only reason he does that is
enough
so
of these pricks were coming at me on that.
So the only reason he's saying that is so that he can appeal, like he can get attention from these people who don't like that. I doubt he even gives a shit. Like he might do, he might not do. Who cares? I couldn't give a fuck what he thinks about. But like the only reason he's putting that up is so that he can gain attention from these like kind of right-wingy, kind of waspy
reactionary people.
These reactionary people that are on there, so he can get a hot tweet and start trending or whatever.
So you think it's a grift? You think it is a grift?
It's 100% a grift.
100%.
This guy is a grifter. Like I looked at it. I've never looked at his Twitter before. Like I've never been interested. But when you said about it, you sent you've done it or whatever. Yeah. Like I just went on there and looked through all his tweets, and basically it's like I don't know, like provocative tweet saying that he hasn't got emotions, saying blah blah blah, like kind of downgrading depression, like downgrading whatever, and then an advert
buy my book. Yeah, buy my book.
And then it carries on. Like don't get your feet wet in the mire, mate. Like don't even bother with them. Like
I just find it funny, like because loads of them were replying, and I'll just try and break it down as simple as possible in common sense.
But you're never going to break it down to them because
they couldn't get it. A lot of them couldn't get it.
They don't like the idea that people that aren't exactly like them exist elsewhere in the world.
Yeah.
They hate it. They hate anything that's different to what they think is traditional, like kind of gender roles or whatever. Most of them are probably fucking racist anyway. Like most of them, nearly all the people that were on there were white
or homophobic.
Listen. This is what these people are, and it's like they're all racist. They're all sexual abusers.
Yeah,
they're all like either rapist or just about to be rapist. They're all the same. They're all literally the same type of people. They're just.
But what about the women? What about the women though who are coming on there?
There's plenty of women that are like that in the world.
Same shit.
The same shit.
Equal opportunities out here. And, and see, this is my thing as well. See the pronouns thing as well. Like it's something that I don't understand all the way.
No,
it's like shake my business. So it's to me, it's a simple thing of someone says, "Yo, this is my pronoun." Okay, cool.
Perfect.
It's cool, whatever, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't care.
Like, it's just not that deep. I don't really care too much. You get me?
Yeah.
I've never given you my pronoun, but I'm gonna be real with you. You call me what the fuck you want. Just don't ever call me broke or late for dinner. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like I don't care about it. There's too much other stuff for me to care about. I'm in a position to not care about that shit. But if you do care about that shit, then please let man know, and I'll be like, all right, cool. This is what I'll call you.
But that guy, Lawrence Fox, that actor in it, he come on there saying, "Oh, it's not good to encourage narcissism." And
but he's a fucking narcissist.
I know,
He's
that's
a
why I
narcissist.
replied to him.
He's
He was saying it's not good to encourage narcissism in children. So I was like, is that what your parents encouraged in you? Because like,
me and him have had some
I
like...
tweeted him the other day and he fucking ignored it. But like because he said a thing he put on there about I very rarely read replies. I can't remember exactly what I put on there, but I said like, yeah, not many vacant narcissists do. Like and or whatever. But like, I had no idea about that guy until someone posted it. So I looked him up. Yeah. The guy is just a fucking narcissist. Like I doubt he gives a shit about anybody's.
But you know what?
You know what's bad about him?
Attention on
okay.
On
you know what's bad about him though? You know what's bad about him? He's tainted his dad's reputation because his dad. What's his dad? Is his dad Edward Fox or James Fox? The one who's in Day of the Jackal, innit? You know Day of the Jackal. You know, you've seen Day of the Jackal.
Yeah, it's a brilliant film.
So he's the assassin in that, and then there's like other films. So now when I see anything with James Fox in, now I just think of that cunt Lawrence Fox, and it's ruined it for me.
See, me and Lawrence, we've had conversations online,
yeah,
about this kind of stuff, and the way I see it, I feel like it's not about the issue with him; it's about him.
It's about him.
So to me, I'm just like,
it feels the same with the guy who cannot be named. It feels the
same.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, do you know what? I'm gonna put it out there. Yeah, I feel like these guys have micro penises.
Boy, who knows?
I just feel they have micro penises. They can't satisfy their women.
And speaking of someone with a micro penis, like I don't know where they're getting this attitude from.
Yeah, like you know. Listen. I'm saying I'm not saying I'm out here like that, but I do what I got to do with it. You get me, yeah? What I'm saying is, and you know what's funny as well? Because one of these people that we actually do know, we know the guy's got no game, no sauce in it. So at the end of the day, if we go to a party, right, and there's a whole bunch of girls on this side, a whole bunch of middle-aged men on this side, we know which side he's going to go to because that's the way he's going to get the attention from.
Yeah,
but you see, like with what they were saying, these people are no, what was they saying? There was some argument they had about not using those, not saying about this stuff in teaching it to young children and And I was like, all it's teaching kids though is to be respectful of one another. That's all it's doing. So I don't see what the problem is. Like
because they don't want it to be. They don't want to be respectful of other people. So that's how you see it. And you know what?
Their entitlement. Their own entitlement says that they don't have to be respectful of other people.
Yeah.
Like Jen, I don't really understand it, but if it makes people happy and more comfortable in their lives and more productive, then more fucking power to them. I would, if it became a bigger part of my life, I would make the effort to like try and understand it a little bit more. But I don't know anybody that wants to be called by a different pronoun.
See, I know two people,
Yeah.
And one of them has had a lot of problems. Can't really say what they are on this podcast because it's a public thing, but it, so if they want to be called they, I'll just call them they, or if someone wants to be called he or fucking whatever the fuck.
What problem to your life does it cause?
Yeah, exactly.
None.
No, it's no problem to our life. No. So, but then they were like, oh, this woman was like, but I don't want grown men going into the toilet with my 30-year-old daughter.
God.
And I'm like, yeah, but there's cubicles. There's cubicles.
It's the same.
Women's toilets have got cubicles.
These people are obsessed with public toilets. These people are obsessed with public toilets. Like obsessed. I don't know what it is about public toilets that these people are so obsessed with, but that's their thing, innit? I don't know if it's their kink or it's their fetish or whatever, but they're obsessed with public toilets or someone coming in. And you know what the mad thing about it is? The kind of people who do the stuff that they're talking about is them. The kind of people who go, do you know what? I'm going to try and use this. I'm going to dress up as a woman and go into a public toilet to abuse a woman. They're the people that do it.
They're the ones that have got that in mind. So that's the way they're thinking. They've revealed themselves in their way of thinking.
Man. These people are nasty people. Bunch of like They're all the same, man. They're literally all the same.
Yeah.
And I don't want to waste no more time talking about them cunts because they put me in a bad mood. I don't want to be in a bad mood. I want to be in a good mood. You know what I mean? Christmas.
Hey, man.
Christmas out here.
Fucking
And
hell,
you know
we've been
what?
doing
Even
it for an hour and a half.
on the subject of Christmas, yeah, Jesus, he'd be cool with all them people. So
If he existed, yeah, he'd be cool. He'd be cool.
yeah,
with all
Jesus
that.
would be cool with calling people different pronouns. Do you know what I'm saying? Jesus would
Sammy's
give a fuck.
imaginary, isn't it?
Well, no, but even like I remember one girl I was going out with. Yeah, I must have said to her like Jesus. She was going about Jesus and that, and about she was being anti-gay and everything. I was like, well, Jesus was probably gay. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, what? He hung around with 12 guys. He didn't have there's no wife. He had no woman in the Bible. When Mary Magdalene tried to touch him, he told her don't. Like, you know.
Have you not
And
seen
she's
the
like,
Da Vinci Code?
She's like, how could you say that? Yeah, I seen the Da Vinci Code. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, but you know, people get a bit. But what would it matter if Jesus was gay anyway? It doesn't matter. He's telling people peace and love, and that's all you need anyway. So what's the problem?
All the time. If Jesus existed, he was a black gay man.
100%.
I don't give a fuck where. Yeah, I don't care where Jesus puts his dick. Do you know what I mean? That's Jesus' business.
I don't care where Jesus puts his dick.
Yeah.
I think we have the title of this podcast. Christmas special. Jesus' penis.
We're definitely going to get some numbers if we call it I don't care where Jesus puts his dick. I think that'd be the perfect launch for the new channel.
But did you see when you know in this fucking this planets aligning shit and everything, yeah?
Yeah. When I got my powers.
Yeah. Did you do the meditation thing?
No, I didn't do that bit.
See, I've done that, man. I've done that meditation thing.
What,
man.
as they were aligning?
Yeah, so what you do?
No. What you got to do?
You have to think about positivity and the world coming together and peace and love.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
I went on YouTube, and I found this woman, this Latin American lady, and she's done the meditation for it and it talks you through it.
Okay.
But I passed out in about half an hour. I didn't get to the end of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I did it correctly or not because it was, But
You
it was
got
like
powers.
imagining.
That's pretty good though. If you passed out, like he's obviously working and relaxing. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
get your powers.
I don't know. I don't know.
Have you tried walking through a wall?
No, not yet.
You tried jumping at your house. Like top
No,
floor.
have you done that?
Nah, I ain't done it yet, but I know I could if I wanted to. 'Cause
Yeah.
I got my powers in it, so.
See.
Yeah. I didn't really do the meditation thing properly. All I did was I listened to Rock Marciano, innit? Like bare times.
That's meditation.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm ready.
But I tried to get the aliens to come as well. I tried to send out my I sent out positive vibes to aliens, and I asked them to come and appear, but they didn't do it.
Once again, I don't want to be cynical or switch the tone too much.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in none of this shit,
You don't believe in aliens?
Maybe,
aliens, but I
but
don't.
not the way people are like, you're going to contact them through your fucking brain. No, I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
because they're saying that they're multi-dimensional, innit?
Yeah,
so
sure they
maybe
are.
that's why I didn't
Listen,
They
detect
do
them.
say that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
true.
They say that. They say a lot of shit. This is part of the problem is we just have there's so many people that believe in such stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, you're not getting any powers. Wakanda's not real. You didn't used to be a king or a queen. You were just probably a normal person. You're not a king and a queen now. You're just a normal person.
No one's ever a plumber in their previous life, are they?
No, never. Like, you need to realize, that no one's coming to save you.
Have you ever had, a previous life, right, thought, but from the future, from a future life?
It'd be a future life then, yeah.
Yeah, have you ever had that though?
Nah, I haven't, man.
Imagine if you could have that though, because to think about it, like when they're saying like Einstein and all them and quantum theory is everything's like simultaneous, so you can experience the future, the past, and the present all simultaneously.
Time's not linear.
Yeah. So imagine if you had like experience from one of your future lives. That'd be cool.
We might have it. Who knows?
Yeah.
You have no idea. I tell you what though, just listen to this quickly.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Sheik Luch. What up? You know who this is, your boy SP the Ghost.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is JD Kiss from The Locks.
And right now, you're listening to
Terry Hooligan.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think I've heard that before, but every time I hear it,
never heard
it's
that,
fucking
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I just wanted to break the podcast up a little bit.
That's
With it.
nuts,
yeah.
man. That's so nuts.
But how do you know that you're not experiencing them?
I don't know.
You could be experiencing them all the time. The way that our brain, and I do kind of believe in this, the way that our brain processes information might be completely different to how I do it, to how Jen does it, to how absolutely anybody else does it. So we very well could be, but it's a question that we'll never be able to answer.
Yeah, true. Until they invent time travel, because then you can get a premonition and then you can go and find out if it happens or not.
Yeah.
If time travel has been invented, it's already been invented and already been used. So today, this is how messed up my brain is. Not messed up, but this kind of things that happened to me. I was thinking to myself, what if I'm supposed to already be dead, but my future self has come in, and the time I was supposed to be hit by a car, it kind of stopped me or pulled me back.
Yeah.
And if it's happened, it's already happened.
Yeah.
Did you ever almost get hit by a car in your life?
Yeah, I did.
See it probably happening.
Me and who was it? Me and Peter Vitamini. We were at Brixton outside the town hall.
Yeah.
And basically, when I was young, I wasn't supposed to leave my estate in it. So when we used to play, we were only allowed to be in our estate. I think I was probably 10 years old at the time. And Peter was like, "Nah, come on, let's go to Brixton, like the main street in it, which is not too far away, but you know what I mean, far enough away that a 10-year-old shouldn't be in Brixton by themselves." So we walked down, got to the town hall, and like opposite where the McDonald's is.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a McDonald's then. I can't remember where it was at the time. And I've gone to cross the road, and this old woman has like gone, "Wait," and pulled me back. And as she done it, the car just went zoom.
That's quite a difficult crossing though. Like I've nearly been run over there about 20 times, and I'm like in my 30s and 40s.
Yeah, it's a mad
Do you
one.
think that old woman was you in the future, in your future life?
So maybe what could have happened is I had a sex change.
No, but you could be reincarnated as a woman in one of your future lives, isn't it? She might be
But then my future life would it be in what, and then came back to the past?
Yeah.
80s or
Or you
what-
could
Yeah.
you could have one of those like Total Recall, like
suit.
Android heads or something like that. Yeah. Mate,
Yeah.
I'm blind in one eye. I almost get run over absolutely every single day of the week. Like, so my future self is putting in the fucking overtime and pulling me away from fucking cars.
Jeez.
you need to get Harvey to get some guide dog training, man.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's never going to do it though. Like, can't even get him to get off the fucking sofa. Let alone do that.
Hey, man, when you do get hit, he'll help you up, man. He'll like,
Yeah,
nudge you.
Harvey's life is all about Harvey. There's no, I'm just the guy that gives him fucking food.
But were they saying that the center of our galaxy is a black hole? That's what keeps the galaxy spinning around it, and it's all
It's
gradually
spinning
getting
into
sucked
it?
in. Yeah,
I'm not really sure,
Or
but there's a video online which charts what the universe will look like up
Yeah.
until it ends.
yeah,
So it goes from where we are now until the ending of the universe.
yeah.
It's
What's the
sick
end
to
look like?
watch, man. It's really sick to watch.
What does
But-
the end look like?
Just goes black, man. Like
So, because everything's getting too spread apart.
I can't really remember what actually happens, but there's times we don't really have that much longer on Earth, to be fair.
Because that's what they were saying as well. They were saying that I saw an article. I can't remember what newspaper it was, but it was saying that there's probably been loads of alien life in the galaxy, but it's all dead. No, they all
Okay.
died, and that's why we haven't contacted anyone, because everyone's dead.
Right. And also we're the aliens as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the new alien life that's out there is so like primitive, like little bacteria.
Single
shit.
cell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be able to communicate with it anyway.
So when we finally do like kind of form Starfleet, we won't really be able to show them our warp drives until
Nah.
they make their own.
We'll just come and we'll just find dead planets everywhere,
Yeah.
and then we'll have to seed it. We'll have to seed the planets with us, so we'll be the
Maybe
aliens.
we're the architects.
I'm keeping my warp drive to myself. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be the what is that thing? The architects? What's that from again?
That's from
Prometheus.
Prometheus. Yeah.
Oh, see. Okay, yeah. We'll be them then. Yeah.
So
But like-
our progeny will be like loads smaller than us because the architects were massive.
Oh, but it might be bigger though, because if you see them on a planet that's got lower gravity, they get taller than you. Like when people go and live on Mars, they said when people, if we have a colony on Mars and you get people living there for hundreds of years, they'll evolve to be really tall.
What?
Different to
If I
humans.
go for like a summer, because I want to get.
Nah.
Maybe I just
Nah,
go take a weekend there.
Then your bones will just get weaker in it, and your muscles will get weaker, and you come back to Earth and you'll be
I'll be
fucked.
doing weights as well. I'll do bare weights when I'm there.
Oh, see, okay.
Do bare weights,
eat
take
loads
bare
of,
vitamin
like-
D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like protein Twixes.
Yeah.
But they're saying now instead of colonizing Mars, they want to colonize that moon of Saturn instead, because it's got more of an atmosphere than Mars. Yeah, we could live on it. It's warmer and it's got water.
I want to colonize the diamond planet. Have you seen that one? The planet is made of diamond.
No, where's that?
I'm not sure, man, but I've seen it somewhere.
Oh,
So what I want to do, I want to colonize it and then just get a chain and just attach it to the planet.
To the planet.
Yeah. Have the biggest diamond chain in the galaxy.
I want to
no-
colonize the fucking Carhartt shop.
I
I want to get out of this tier 4 shit.
thought you'd done that already.
Yeah, pretty much. I've got.
Why don't you open up a Carhartt shop, bruv? Open up a franchise, innit?
I've kind of got my own little franchise, not official, on a Depop.
Oh.
He's got that little franchise in his cupboard. That's pretty sick, man. Somebody was I've had this idea for ages. I think I've probably mentioned it on the podcast about one day owning my own like cafe, little restaurant type thing. But then I was thinking like, what other kind of shops? Because I just want a shop. I don't know why. I just want a shop that sells something. So a few years ago, some of you might remember, I was going to open up a skateboard shop. And I was really close to doing it. Had like meetings, we were about to hit up suppliers, and the only reason I stopped doing it was because
You realise you couldn't skateboard.
I couldn't skateboard, that's true. But also, it wasn't a passion of mine, and I was like, it's not gonna work. Like I'm gonna get bored of it really quickly. And it was actually called, was it called Pure Boredom or something? And I was like, I'm probably gonna get bored of it. Because it was
There's
like,
a place in Southsea called Board of Southsea. There's a
Yeah.
skateboard shop. Yeah. So
Sick.
it's, yeah.
they probably stole my idea because I
I
had
think
that.
they did, yeah.
Yeah,
Even though
we
they've been open for like 20 years. But yeah, those
They
pricks.
stole my idea. Well, time travel. They time
Could have
travel.
called it Get On. You could have called it All Aboard or Get On Board.
AC, stay out of marketing and branding, please. You're like every time when I have an idea and I'll be like, oh right, I've got an idea for like a skateboard shop, right? And I'll be at Corey, what should I call it? And she'll come up with ideas like that. She's like, what about Skateboard City? No, that's not.
Yeah.
That's not.
But
good
All
enough.
Aboard, come on, man. That's a play on words like pure boredom. Or what about, what about Board Me Up? That would be a good one, isn't it?
The fuck. Bored me up. He
Bored
bored
me
me
up.
up. Man just bored me.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that could work. That could work.
That sounds a bit fucking Joseph Fritzl, though, doesn't it? Like, board me up.
Yeah. True.
Shit. Yeah, but I don't know, man. In the next couple of years, I want to have something, but we got to see what this country does before.
Bookshop, man. That's the one.
Bookshop's supposed to be like the worst investments. Bookshops and bookshops, restaurants. There's something else as well.
What about a second-hand bookshop?
All of them, because no one really buys books like that. So the idea that was really cool the other day, which Terry was saying, was the vinyl shop. But if you make it like a vinyl cafe, and the vinyl shop is really just like in the background, it's not the main thing, because shops are really expensive at the moment.
Oh, what? So the main thing is actually the coffee.
Yeah.
But
So you need to find something that's cheap that you has a really good return on investment, or a really good profit margin.
Yeah.
It needs to be like a bakery as well, or something like that. Like it does really, really good, like kind of sourdough bread or something like that. It needs a hook on that end as well.
Yeah.
Because the board game cafes do well,
Yeah, they do wicked.
and like
That's a sick idea as well.
I
If you like
think the
board
other
games,
thing
I
that
guess.
does really well, like the go in and make your own pottery ones. So you go in and make your own plates and paint them and stuff like that. All that kind of shit does really, really well.
There's a million.
Do they play the
in
theme
Brighton.
tune from Ghost? Do they play the theme tune
should
from
do.
Ghost all the
Don't
time?
think they
should
do,
do.
but someone
They
does come
should
up
do.
behind you and fill you up, but you got to pay extra for that.
Yeah. Imagine AC
Well, you
opening
could
that
do
shop
luck.
purely so he can go around and wrap his hands around women's
Bro, come on, now you could do. You could do.
So
See, no, what
creepy.
you could do with the pottery one, you could do theme nights, innit? So one night you have the ghost theme, so you get couples. It's a couples one on Valentine's, so they can all come and do that, and then make
that's one
pottery
day gone.
to that
We
theme
did
tune.
we
So
did-
that's-
we
And
did
that's
the
where the
other 300
concepts kind of fall
we did-
down after that.
We did the other 364 days. Like, yeah, we got the ghost theme, and then
And then
sheesh.
what other famous pottery scenes are there in films?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're stuck. We're stuck. We only open one day a week. One day
One
a
day
year.
a year. One day a year.
Valentine's Day. That's it. Or maybe that's a good idea.
What are
Maybe
these other people doing?
They do like
What are they doing?
you make anything. You make like piggy banks.
Mm.
A lot of them. So they do it in two ways. Yeah. So
Yeah.
one of them is you go into you make the different pots and stuff, and then one of them is where you go in and just paint some shit.
Yeah.
So you'll get one of them. What my kids did in Brighton, they had not the crystal skulls, the candy skulls. So you go in and you paint the candy skull. You paint it whatever you want to do with it. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they're a good idea. I tell you what, anything like that, like the board games, pottery. I tell you, like Games Workshop. I think I said this the other day. Games Workshop for the British economy is worth like 3 times what the fishing industry is, or something
That's
like that.
crazy.
You kidding?
No, it's mad, isn't it? Like those kind of
Fuck.
where you go along, you fucking hang out with people, you spend a bit of time in there, like it's got a theme, stuff like that is golden. It's absolutely fucking golden. Whilst like Topshop and places like that are shutting down, the high street is going to be full of places like that, like interactive, community-based kind of stuff. We're not at the
Fucking
moment.
nerds.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea still. Man.
Yeah, for sure.
I want a little restaurant, man. I'll just you got Wingstop, yeah. So I went to Wingstop. I thought it was a load of shit, but there's a place in Watford, yeah, called Wings Junction, or something. I think, or something like that. It's fucking amazing, bro.
Wingstop's the one in Central, innit?
Yeah, I think there might be a couple of others. I think
There's one on it's on the corner of Shaftesbury Avenue, innit?
Yeah, near the.
There's one there. Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. It's a bit expensive for what it was and everything, innit?
Nah, it's not even that, bro. I'm a wings master, yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to making wings, yeah, I really
Yeah.
does this thing. So if I go somewhere and have wings and the wings don't taste better than my wings that I can make here, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was like not as good as Buffalo Wild Wings in America. It wasn't as good as that.
All right, cool. Not all of us can fly to America every other day, AC. Yeah? We're not like you. We're not making that kind of
See,
money.
man, I've only been there once.
Yeah, whatever, man. But this place, yeah, in Watford, I went there. I was like, you know what? Let me just order some food. I was sitting there. I was kind of hungry the other day. I thought, let me get 2 wings, some mac and cheese, and some fries. Yeah, man. The order came quickly. I was thinking it was going to be like Wingstops. I wasn't even thinking, it's going to be any good. Man, these wings, not only were they good, yeah, they tasted good. They were cooked well, but they were big as well. Sometimes when you get these places, they're just littered and dry. Nah, man, these places, they did it proper. I was well impressed. I'm getting it again today.
There's one in Eastcote, you know. Have you been to that one? This wing place.
Nah.
There's one there, and it's actually quite good. I can't remember what it's called, Wings and Shakes or something like that, or Wings and something, yeah. But that was actually pretty good.
They should call it those wings and things you sing about, bring them out. That'd be cold. It'd be long, but it would work.
So that's what yours should be called then.
Nah. I thought I was gonna get a pom pom.
Sorry, I was texting. Oh no, wrong one.
Wings and things you sing about, bring them out. Yeah. Nah,
There you go.
I already got mine.
Or you know what? I'll open a chicken fajita shop.
Yeah.
So I can have like, you know, the Busta Rhymes tune where he's like, chicken head, give me some of your chicken fajitas. And I'll have that on the just replay all the time.
Yeah. That'd be a good name for a chicken shop, Chicken Heads.
Yeah. But then people will say it's misogynistic though.
That's cool. Then you get more publicity.
Did you hear about that shop that opened up in India? And the guy, it was a takeaway shop, innit?
Yeah.
And you know, obviously in India, you know, they got the swastika for the Hindu stuff, innit?
Yeah.
But it's the other way around, innit? So this guy opened up a shop, put the swastika on it, and called it Mr. Hitler's. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you doing, bruv? Like, then people just slaughtered him. Like, are you stupid? He was like, I didn't know who Hitler was. I just thought it was like...
How can you not know who Hitler is?
But
I
you
don't know,
what?
bro. This is what he said.
Because
Yeah.
Listen, it's like there's gaps in history that people don't really know about. Or people are taught like different things in it. So if you do your research, you're not going to find the stuff you think you're going to find. A lot of people in Japan, obviously, the way they're taught about the Second World War is very different than the way we're taught about it. So obviously, because they were on Hitler's side, they don't really. There's a lot of stuff that they don't.
But it's like
feel like us.
There was a guy who became, I think, the mayor or governor of a local district in Nigeria, and he was called Adolf Hitler something. I can't remember his surname.
Adolf Hitler the Third or something, some crazy shit. Yeah.
And they were like, and he goes, "Yeah, I don't worry. I don't want world domination."
Then change your fucking name, bruv.
He said his dad called him that.
Listen.
His dad called him that. But he goes, he doesn't know why his dad called him that.
Listen,
but he doesn't think his dad knew what Hitler was all about.
If my dad called me Adolf Hitler, every day I wake up, punch my dad in the face every single day of my life until I get my name changed.
There can't be any like kind of cognitive dissonance at this point about Adolf Hitler. If you call your kid Adolf Hitler, there's a reason for that, and it's not innocent. Like there's no mistakes being made. There's no I didn't realise. Like
no. I liked Hitler for his art.
No,
you didn't.
No.
His art weren't all that anyway. It was pretty crap.
Of course it wasn't, man.
Yeah.
All them people that do. I'm saying this shit. All them people that do that kind of stuff that do with art are shit. The man who we don't talk about, his art is shit. I'm telling you, racism, racism fucks you up, man. Like it's hard to be like a decent creative if you're racist.
For sure.
Because all the sauce and flavor comes from these other countries. You get me? So if you're trying to act in a certain way, and this is why my man's music is so fucking bland, because there's no seasoning.
Who's that? Who's that geezer? Morrissey from the Smiths. Didn't he turn out to be racist or something as well?
Yeah.
And then Terry, you were telling me about the Eric Clapton one as well, isn't it? Like,
Eric Clapton as well, man. Yeah, Eric Clapton. That was a long time ago, but Eric Clapton, he was like, there was no two ways about it. Like, he actually said you can look up. I'm not going to repeat what he said.
Because Morrissey as well. Have you heard about the Morrissey one?
Yeah, Morrissey's. Morrissey's. He's a xenophobe. He's definitely a xenophobe. Like he doesn't like immigrants. Like, and ironically enough, he ended up being an immigrant, isn't it? But like,
where does he live now?
I don't know. He's not America, I think.
Oh,
like
see.
He called Chinese people subhuman.
What the hell?
Yeah, like he's a fucking cunt.
Wow.
Bruh.
Yeah.
It's disappointing when you find out all these things, man. You're like, bro, nah.
Disappointing, but not surprising, man.
No. Eric Clapton, he has made a career off of appropriating and playing black music.
Enough of these people do that shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, his is the tune that goes.
I don't know. I don't really know his music. I know Tears from Heaven, and I know like he's considered one of the greatest guitarists in like this, like blues guitarists ever.
I sampled his song, man.
Whilst he's a racist at the same time.
See, because I heard Jimi Hendrix version of that, and I thought the Jimi Hendrix version was better.
Of course, it's more sauce.
Of course,
man.
it is
More soul.
But
You can't hear Jimmy.
Have you ever heard the Taylor Swift version of September? You know, September, like one of the best, most soulful, amazing, happy tunes of all time. Fucking amazing tune. You heard Taylor Swift's version?
No.
If you ever want to hear a white person destroying black music,
hey man, come on, man. Not
it's
Taylor.
like is it like the Pat Boone version of Little Richard? Is it like that?
I don't think I've heard that. She's taken a pickaxe to the tune and like bled all the soul out of it, just murdered the shit out of the tune and just opened up the wound and let the soul just flow out and then put it on and sung the song.
Speaking of
the Pat Boone one of is you know the Little Richard song Tutti Frutti, innit?
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't heard the Pat Boone one.
Oh god, it is.
Speaking of Taylor Swift,
go on YouTube afterwards.
Yeah, we'll do.
All of her music, you know, because she's not in control of her masters, yeah. So she's re-recording like all of her stuff.
Oh,
so that's how
she doesn't re-record September.
Well,
but it's like with Beyonce. You know when Beyonce done that cover of the Des'ree tune,
Did she?
Nah.
Which one?
Yeah, you know the Des Ray tune that got used in Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Right? I can't remember, but Beyonce's version of it I didn't like. But
Yeah, watch
it
your
wasn't
mouth.
her
Bro.
singing.
Watch your mouth, man.
No, it wasn't. Don't
talk about be like
the
that.
Des Ray version.
That's family.
Nah, Des Ray version was better, man.
That's
Des Ray
family,
version was
man.
better.
Beyonce's family. That's my brother's.
But one of the problems I had with the Beyonce version, was the instrumentation she used. Not so much her singing, but she used like some synth violins that sounded really crap compared to Des Ray, where she had a real orchestra. And the real orchestra just sounded more full, it sounded better. So that was my problem with the Beyonce one. Not so much her singing.
There's been no new music over this like Christmas period, really. Flea Lord dropped an album, which is cold. It's called In the Name of Prodigy or something. It's that
really?
album, yeah. I realized what Flea Lord did as well. He did an album every month, this whole year.
This year?
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
Bro.
Yeah, man, it's number 12.
He should be part of Griselda.
He pretty much is, to be fair. Like
Yeah.
I kind of lump them all together with 38 Special as well. Rock Marciano put it onto the DSPs. His album Reloaded, which I love.
Yeah,
like
it's
one of my favorite albums. Yeah.
Is 38 Specials he Kool G Rap's son? Or not?
I have no idea. I don't really know. Maybe
because
someone-
Kool G Rap's son brought an album out, innit? He had an album, Son of G Rap, but I can't remember if he's 38 Special or not. If it's someone else, I might be completely wrong, but I just can't remember.
I think
what the name
38
was.
Special did put out Son of G Rap. Let's find
So is
out.
he G Rap's son?
And they all consider themselves son of G-Rap, though, because G-Rap is like the godfather of that style, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah, I
Could be
don't
the son of
think.
G-Rap,
Nah,
though.
they're not. Nah, he's not his son.
Oh, I thought it was his son. I was like, rah, G Rap's son. And
That's because
Nah,
you take
'cause
everything. You take everything fucking literally, AC.
Drax the Destroyer strikes again.
Jesus.
yeah, but come on, man. If you see an album called Son of G Rap, you're gonna think, oh, it's G Rap's son. Like if I see Little Easy E put out a tune called Son of Easy E, I'm gonna think, okay, Little Easy.
There's
So
probably a lot better taste.
how confused were you when Nas dropped Godson?
Is he Jesus?
Oh, I was not really confused because we're all God's children, innit?
Yeah, true.
So I wasn't really confused about that.
Jesus. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, nah, 38 Special is cold. But yeah, apart from that, there's been no really big albums to kind of like get us through. I think everyone's kind of just chilling, waiting for
Yeah.
Big Drizzy to drop on first quarter, early January. But apart from that, man.
There's been no, I haven't even been listening to music at all. I've just did like an 80s hip hop special on Mixclouds and just played loads of like Kool G Rap and Ultramagnetic MCs and stuff like that. But I haven't listened to any new music at all over the last 2 weeks. Because
Kool G Rap's albums are worth a lot of money, bro.
Really?
I tried to look up Live and Let Die. I wanted to get that Kool G Rap and D'Lo Polo's album. That's worth loads. So yeah, man, these albums like
I haven't got the albums. I've got plenty of the singles though. Oh, did MC Ren get back to you?
No, he ain't got back to me yet. No.
What's going on
I think
with MC
I need a retweet from Jen on that thing because you got the most followers, man.
What's going on with MC Ren?
Basically, my cat pissed all over my NWA CD, my MC Ren CD, the Shock of the Hour album, and Redman Muddy Waters.
Oh, shit.
The Redman Muddy Waters completely fucked. The urine must have like completely took all the paint off the CD and everything. It's fucked.
Hell, it's lethal stuff, that cat piss, man.
Yeah, and then the NWA album's completely fucked. Like all the paint's come off on the front, on the top bit, and the bottom bit. You know, the metal bit where it reads all the stuff for the CD player. All that's come off. The MC Ren one, some of it's come off. I haven't tried to play it, but so I just thought, you know what, I need to get that again. So I went on Amazon and fucking eBay, and it's like 30 quid for the fucking album.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I'm going on Spotify anyway, but I thought, you know what, I hollered at Ren, innit? I said, yeah, my cat pissed all over your CD. Have you got any spares I could buy off you? Innit? I'll buy it. But just like 30 quid is a lot of money, man. So yeah, if you could retweet me, Jen, that'd be good because you got like 20,000 followers or some shit.
It's not even that, bro. You know what it is? It's when you're verified, they see it. Innit? So a lot of I guess a lot of celebs, they just stick to the verified side of the.
But how do they only see verified? How does that work?
because we got our separate little timeline in it. So
you only see verified stuff.
yeah, or just the verified people that have mentioned you anyway.
So how'd you get verified on this bullshit?
I don't know, bruv. Woke up one day and I was verified.
Because I know other people, they've emailed them and begged to be verified, and then they got verified.
I don't think that works anymore, man. I don't think that's ever worked. To be fair, I think they did it mad randomly because I know people that had like no followers that have been verified.
Yeah, because I know other people who got like 1 million followers and they're not verified.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know how they do it, but I think basically they heard about the work I put in the streets, innit? So
yeah,
like,
that's usually how it works.
Yeah, man. They were like, yo, this cat, he verified in the streets, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta verify him on the TL.
All right, well, I need your retweet so Ren can see it then, man. Because you're verified.
They send a street team out to verify you.
And don't just do a retweet, do a quote tweet as well.
All right, cool.
Quote tweet, I'll see that more.
I'm not going back on Twitter until the first anyway. Till I drop my news.
Well, I need you to break that rule. You need to go back on it now after this for
I'm
me,
not doing
man.
that because it gets techie, innit? It gets techie.
Oh my God.
You need that break, bruv. You need that break.
Yeah, but bruv, we're going into the age of Aquarius now, so you got to let go of all of these self-interest things and just do it for me.
Nah, never.
And be enlightened, man.
I'm enlightened. That's why I have to have my time away from the
all right, if
sewer.
you do it on January the 1st, I'll give you a bly.
Yeah, I'll do it on January the 1st, but obviously I'll be promoting my new single way more.
Yeah, well, obviously, what you do, yeah, you put you quote tweet me, yeah, and you say get my new single as well,
right,
in the quote, and it's cool, innit? You covered all bases.
Okay.
And you can feel good about yourself.
You know what, man? I already feel good about myself from when I wake up. So, but I mean,
yeah, but you'll feel better.
It's gonna be a little bit
better.
Extra,
It says the more you do to help people, you feel better, man.
Yeah. Okay.
On that note, I've got to go feed the dog. Are we done now?
We're pretty much done. Before we go, can I just say, big up to everyone who has subscribed to the new channel. I think we just hit 100. We just hit 100 subscribers today, and we did that in a few days, really in like a week. So we're aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So please keep sharing these videos or sharing the channel. Let people know we're out here doing what we're doing. As always, as well, if you can give us some reviews on the Apple Podcast app, we will read out these reviews on the shows after we see them, man. Man, it's been a sick year. It's been a mad year still. Like we made it through 2020. We're all here. You know what I mean? So by the grace of God that none of us believe in, we're all here.
Hey, I believe in God, man.
Oh, do you? Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I'm ultra religious now.
Oh, for real? All right,
I've been through atheism time, but now we're going into the age of like Aquarius. I'm really religious. Yeah.
Well, all right, cool. We'll get into that. We'll get into that next week.
Yeah.
Man. Everybody, I hope you had a good Christmas. I hope it's been as enjoyable for you as it possibly can be. If it hasn't been, don't be afraid to reach out to people. And you know what I mean? You gotta reach out and just say, yo, if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling down, reach out to your people. Don't ever be ashamed to reach out and ask for help, because we all need help at some point. None of us are strong. You might look at me and think, oh, he's got everything. Look at him, man. He's got the money, he's got the good looks and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? He's got the talent, he's got everything. But you know what I mean? I cry myself to sleep at night sometimes, you know what I mean? No, I don't really. But even if I did, there's no shame in that shit. We all got our crosses to bear. So don't feel ashamed to reaching out, asking for help. But yeah, man. Guys, you got anything to add?
No.
All right, cool, man. All right, guys, we'll catch you next week. Until then, man, peace and love. We are out.
See you later. Bye.